Hello and welcome to Garblag Games. Tonight we're having a Christmas special episode with a one-shot of Carbon 2185 cyberpunk RPG based on Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rule set. Please check out all our social media links below, our merchandise on Redbubble, and don't forget to come and join us on our Discord server where we have a growing community of role players. Please consider supporting the channel on Patreon. A massive thank you to all those who do support us, as 10% of everything we receive through our Patreon goes to Diabetes UK. Also support us by supporting our friends. We have the Thornless Rose, who produce leather and lasery products for tabletop and live-action role-playing. There's the Old World podcast. If you want to know a bit more about the background, the design, and the story behind Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, then go and check them out. And finally, we have Bjørn Felle, who produces terrifying retro electro music. Hello, and welcome to our special Carbon 2185 one-shot. This is a very cool new game produced by Dragon Turtle Games. Sam very kindly picked this up for us at Dragon Meet.
Yep.
And it's a signed copy.
Ooh. Yep, the guys were awesome. We were opposite their stand all day and they were wicked, so...
Who was opposite there?
Oh, well, I was there with Thornless Rose and all of her toys.
What a seamless segue that was. How very professional of you both.
It's almost like we planned that, which we didn't. So we are taking a mid-season break from Flint and Steel. Sorry, all of our Flint and Steel fans, to take the advantage of playing this very cool-looking game. This is based on the D&D 5th edition rule set. There's been a few tweaks and a few changes. They've brought in the saving throws of 3rd edition and a few other bits and bobs, which hopefully we can discuss as we go.
And character creation like Traveller.
Yes, it does.
Ish.
And awesome art.
Very awesome art. We were just saying.
It looks beautiful, yeah.
It's kind of like
It's a really nicely put together book.
No Man's Sky, Mass Effect, Blade Runner style
kind of oil
mashup.
painting
Fallout
style. Yeah.
Really cool. It's a very cool book.
There's no pictures on that.
The text is lovely.
What
a font.
It's in
in black and white.
What a font
Wonderful.
they've selected.
Let me find. Look, there's some very cool
There we go.
artwork of like characters.
Where's the
There's
all the armour and stuff? The armour looked rad.
the armour did look rad. So as we go along,
73.
we're 73. Look at that. God, you know
Another
this book
seamless
already.
segue.
We did enjoy
Oh
it.
no, look, this
There
is
it
a
is.
good one. This is a good one. Here you go, look. This is the kind of style that you're getting in the book. It's very cool. Very,
Like concept art for games. Like video
It is
games.
very much like that, isn't
or
it?
for
Yeah.
like another Blade Runner film. You know, it's that kind
Hint, hint, Ridley.
of...
If you're watching.
That would be amazing.
I know, right? Can you imagine?
So, tonight, it's not 2019, it's 2185, and although this is a Christmas special, it's not a Christmas adventure. I'm not going to get anyone's hopes up. I don't do Christmas-themed adventures. But we are trying to be slightly Christmassy with some of our clothing.
festive.
With our tank themed Christmas jumps.
Mark doesn't do Christmas, no. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around and everyone will tell us a bit about their characters. Characters are made up by picking your origin, so that's kind of like race in D&D, your class, and you build up a background, as Roger kind of referenced, in quite a Traveller-esque fashion, where you pick how old your character is going to be and then you sort of build up tours of duty or jobs that you've done on your way, and that gives you different skills and money and gear, which is kind of the important thing from that stage. So, I'm Pete the Games Master, and we shall start on our left.
Hello, everybody. I am John. I am playing FE3 10IX KNG, who is a synth character.
Catchy.
Synths in this are synthetic life forms, so they're manufactured from birth to do a specific task. So my character was manufactured by the Shenzhen Solutions Paramore Mega Corporation to be a medical doctor in one of their upper-class health spas. So all he's ever seen is kind of white walls and people in towels. That's
what a horrible existence.
all they know of life.
You're in for a shock, mate.
And then they've got injured and removed from the assembly line, thrown out into the dumpster, and is now very confused and has fallen in with some ruffians.
Do you
I
have
believe rescued by someone in your corporation.
Yes.
Do you have a name which is less arduous to pronounce?
My friends call me Effie.
F.E.
Yeah.
Okay.
My friends call me Crash.
Nice.
So none of that silver spoon high tower shit. Gutter punk being the background, like origin. Street kid, trash, doesn't care. Gangs,
Rebel.
bring it on. Yeah, it's all
Scum.
good.
It's
Nobody owns me.
Scum.
Scum.
So I, in tradition, random rolled my character and got gutter punk. I also rolled as a scoundrel, which is not a ranger, but it is a rogue.
And
basically.
scum.
Yes.
So we'll see how that goes. Leather jacket, shotgun, fake leg.
Fake leg.
Well,
Is that peg leg?
so my profession was as a technician and an engineer for building and fixing vehicles and mechs, and there was an accident and one of them landed on me, so squish. But it's fine, because, you know, augmentations are all cool, and just as good as new.
I'm Roger, and I am playing JF694239G, commonly known as Jeff. He is a corporate kid high flyer, and he's a hacker. He's 37 years old, and he was a corporate drone specifically throughout his life before he departed and got given clothes.
Master has given Dobby a sock.
However, his life in the corporation did give him a fair bit of chance to accumulate some wealth, so he's got some reasonable equipment.
Cool.
Alright. I'm Mark. Apparently I'm playing Reeves now.
Yep.
So, I'm also a gutter punk, but by choice.
Bro.
I know, right? But in contrast to Sam's character, I'm an investigator, so my background is in law enforcement, in which I worked for 10 years. And then sustained a yet undetermined
Groinal injury.
It wasn't a groinal injury. I'm gonna have to
Shot in the
emphasise
groin
that.
at point blank range while kneeling in front of a gang.
Yeah. No, I was
Wasn't me.
shot
saw
in the
a
groin at point
documentary.
blank range very, very delicately. Repeatedly.
If it's delicately, it definitely wasn't me.
Yeah. And
You need to buy some gear. Yeah,
I need to buy some gear. Well, I've hired a sawn-off shotgun.
Cool.
And I also have a leather jacket that gives me some armour. I have a nose for trouble and a watchful eye.
And you're kind of got a lot of skills and stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got skills. What are you going to do?
Mad skills.
Cool.
What's your designation, Roger?
JF694239G.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is, while you do your gear, I'm going to give you guys a little
the
intro
gear.
to what this adventure's about.
Whoop.
We are playing the adventure out the back of the book,
Oh.
and this is called, just so people know that there may be a couple of spoilers here for the adventure that you find in the book, although I think we'll only be able to do the first part of it.
Cool.
But that is called Chow's Request, a Carbon 2185 adventure for first level cyberpunks.
Yay!
Guys, your first level.
We're doomed.
It's an introductory adventure. Should take between 3 and 5 hours. Let's have a look. But there's 3 parts.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
Poor John.
No, it's not.
In-
What a work.
In a popular dive bar in Chinatown, the always well-dressed and pompadoured Jackie Chow made you an offer that was hard to refuse. Simply retrieve some of his stolen property from the Wan Chai warriors and get a sweet 100,000 payout. He never specified exactly what was stolen, but insisted, "You'll know it when you see it." So, now receding away from you into the dark, rainy San Francisco night is the taxi cab that has deposited you all in the vicinity
of the apartment block. And you can see that this building is having somewhat of renovations at this time. And some of the floors are merely concrete shells with sheet plastic flapping in the rain and the wind. There is neon advertising up the side of the building, real advertising. And then some of you who haven't paid for the add-ons to your Neuralink are getting a spattering of adverts from various places around this neighbourhood. The building sort of sits adjacent to a larger block, which you think is sort of some sort of industrial and residential area. And you can see a way into a underground parking lot and a main entrance door through which you can see an elevator doorway. It's quite clear from where you are. It's the best lit area of the entire apartment block. And you're kind of standing there in the rain, spattering down on you, and this is what you can see in front of you. And you've been told that on the 15th floor there is an apartment that you need to get to retrieve something that you will know when you see it. So the four of you are standing, kind of, there's a chain link fence around it. It seems quite run down. This is clearly some sort of gang turf. It seems quite quiet right now. And there's a few construction pieces of machinery. There's like a crane and other things.
Are there any construction workers?
No, it's night. They're not working right now.
They're not here in the day, man.
I calculate our chances of succeeding have dropped to 68%.
Well, we haven't started yet.
Exactly.
Well, let's get going. Come on.
Is anyone actually about that's not us?
Make a perception roll. You may all make perception rolls.
Yay!
How do we do that?
You roll yes. So, one might assume that everyone knows how to play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition.
No.
Or
I
a
can
game
never
derived
remember,
from
to
it.
be honest.
However, Mark is fairly new to role-playing here in the studio. So you roll a 20-sided dice, and you check your perception skill if you've got it.
No.
No, so then it's just the stat bonus.
Which is intelligence.
Intelligence.
So 10.
So 0.
No, so...
Oh, 0.
Yeah, the modifier.
Oh, right.
Yep. So you roll d20 and add nothing.
17.
17.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
That is really good.
Yeah.
14.
15.
20.
Okay. So...
Plus 4.
So, Jeff and Reeves, as the four of you are kind of moving forward to look around the area, because you're kind of in an alleyway between two buildings, you can see movement within the building. There's different lights in different apartments, and you can see that there's clearly residents in this apartment block on the levels where it's not under construction or being renovated. There doesn't seem to be anyone in the foyer. Maybe that's kind of an automated thing with passes or thumbprints or eye scans, or you're not sure. But you think, Jeff, that you can hear sort of footsteps in this parking lot around the apartment. It kind of spreads round to the left side of the building. As I said, there's another big building running down the right-hand side. And there's various vehicles dotted around. But you think you can hear someone walking on concrete, so boots on concrete kind of noise. Tarmac, sorry, not concrete.
Okay. I think someone's there.
Cool. Fence gate.
It's open. Yeah, it's just like a gate. It's like
Strolling.
cars can come through.
Strolling in.
Okay.
I mean, is this a pretty rough part of...
This is
We just do 5.
So Jackie Chow is part of the Washington Street Boys, which is another gang, and the Wan Chai Warriors. They are all part of the 16K Triad. So they're gangs under a larger structure. They're just having a bit of a turf war at the moment, trying to assert their dominance over each other. And Jackie Chow's asked you to. They've stung him recently and taken something, and he wants it back. So it's fairly dangerous. And in the world of Carbon 2185, the world is climate change has devastated the world. Cities have giant walls built around them to hold the sea back. corporations run the whole thing, and as we've said, advertising is pumped directly into your brain
Shit just got
unless
real.
you build an ad blocker. So it's like, Blade Runner, Black Mirror, all that stuff mashed together. And people carry guns a lot.
Well, or do they? Guns are really expensive.
People rent guns, and people are parts of gangs and they steal guns, or parts of corporations and get loaned a gun, which they then have to pay back with a very small interest rate. And this, you have to pay for everything in this world, and everyone is struggling to earn enough money just to pay for their domicile, their basic food, their rent, all that kind of
It's
stuff.
like being alive now.
Yes.
This shit's why I stopped playing EVE Online.
Okay, so we're going to enter the building. So I'll follow Crash.
You're just walking up to the foyer.
Yeah,
Are you
just-
walking up to the
No, downstairs to the underground.
You're going to go to the
right,
underground
okay.
parking
Yeah.
lot.
I'm going to head in the same direction, but I'm going to think clothing appropriate to the environment I'm in. And my holographic clothes will flicker
Yeah.
and change to what I'm thinking.
Which is
Whatever's
Yeah.
basically like
security guard.
no,
street clothes.
street
A
clothes.
puffer jacket.
And I'm going to follow them then.
Street clothes in, 2006.
Okay, well,
Hang on. Right, so everyone makes stealth rolls. If you're not being stealthy, do it at disadvantage. So you roll 2 dice and take the lower of those 2 numbers.
I mean, I'm not being
You
stealthy,
try-
but I'm not
12.
intentionally not being stealthy.
So I don't have stealth trained, but I've got +2 on dexterity.
Okay, so roll
I
dice
don't...
and add 2.
Oh, I do.
Yep.
Right, okay. So 14 or 17. So what's the big number then? In
So that's your
That's
ability
your actual
score, and that
stat.
goes up, and your modifier.
The figure
changes.
below is what you're going to be using more.
Oh right. So 17.
Cool.
Plus 2.
Oh no,
That is
you have
including-
disadvantage. So,
So you pick the
Disadvantage
lower
is
so
the
it's your
lower
14
number.
plus 2.
Oh right.
So
No,
16.
14 was including the +2.
Oh,
right,
so
cool.
14.
Okay.
I got 12.
10.
15.
Okay. Right. You guys are walking over to the parking garage.
We.
Okay. As you do, it's raining heavily, and there are fairly large puddles on this kind of poorly laid tarmac surface, and you do splash through a couple of these puddles. You guys kind of seem to avoid them as you're making your way in, and you hear a voice from across the parking lot. Hey, who's there, yeah?
No one.
Doesn't sound like no one to me.
I'm gonna actually laugh out loud and then run, start pelting, pam, 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 round a corner.
Towards them.
No, the other way. Just making a break for
Oh,
it.
well, let's roll initiative.
Oh dear.
So,
This has
the
all
way
gone
we
very
roll
wrong.
Initiative is we roll a d20
Okay.
and you add your dexterity modifier and any other modifiers you may have.
Oh.
I rolled a 2.
Any other modifiers we may have?
No, from special skills or anything.
Oh, I
You
see.
don't,
I'm just
you don't.
confused about Crash's actions. I'm so confused. I'm stood there going,
You're not alone.
what did you roll?
Yeah, this escalated really quickly.
But it goes up to 5.
Mine goes up to 4.
Ninjas.
You're gonna love this.
Okay, you hear 2 people moving about in the parking lot behind some cars to one side. You can't quite see them, but you pretty much know where they are because one of them shouted at you. They got 14. So, sorry, who got higher than 14?
21.
21.
Whoosh!
Right. Sorry, what's your character's name again?
Crash.
Crash.
Crash
Okay.
team race.
She is not
Appropriate.
subtle.
Anyone else get higher than 14?
I got 5,
Okay.
Oh
which
gosh.
is not low,
Wow.
which is not higher than 14.
We all rolled pretty
Like
terrible.
5.
What did you get, Jeff?
5.
Oh, we're 5 buddies. Yeah, 5 buddies.
Hence the high 5.
Jeff
Hence
and
the high
Reeves
5. I like it.
are on 5, and Effie
Yep.
is on 4. Okay, so
Are you a real person?
I am a real person.
Why do you only have a designation?
Because I'm a corporate kid.
Raised
Oh, I
by a
see.
corporation and given a designation.
Raised by a corporation, given a designation
That's the one.
across the nation.
Yeah. I was gonna say exactly the same
Why
thing.
not do that?
Okay. So, right.
So as far as layout goes, there's the gate where we've come in.
Yep.
There's
Car
a
park.
bit of car park, and then there's the underground
There's an entrance into the
bit.
underground. There's
so
a foyer
we've started coming across. There's 2 people
behind a car somewhere.
Ground?
No.
Oh,
On
they're
the
just
ground
across
level.
there.
The car park goes round the side of the building.
Okay, cool.
Do we know what the building that we're...
Apartment block.
So, and it's inhabited by people currently?
Yeah, you saw people in the
Yeah.
building earlier on, sort of moving
I'm
about.
just... Can we just tell them we're visiting someone? Why do we have to be getting weapons out already?
Who's
Well,
getting
we're
weapons
about
out?
to
No
find
one's
out.
actually drawn a weapon yet.
I don't
You've
know,
heard
you
them
it.
cock their guns.
Oh, that was them. I thought that was you.
It wasn't
Yeah.
me.
She legged it.
No, I just giggled.
Leaving me stood
I
in the
just
rain
giggled
going.
and then ran.
So what are you doing?
So, depending on like angles and stuff, I want to either run past or around where I think they are and just make loads of noise and just kind of go straight through. Hello, I'm a distraction.
Across the car park, past them.
Or like around the side, but just as long as I'm making enough noise, and I think that they won't necessarily have direct line of sight on me, but they'll be able to hear the noise I'm making.
As you're kind of making your way that way, you can see that there's kind of some scaffolding and dirty sheet plastic kind of
Wicked.
hanging down.
Yep.
You can run down there and like clang the scaffolding as you
Yep.
go if you want to. So it's like dun 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 dun.
So
dun,
I've got like some bolt cutters because I thought we might have to like break
Okay.
open a gate, so I can just ding 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 that along the scaffolding poles as I'm going.
Okay.
How old's your character, Sam?
27.
Nice.
Okay. So you do that and run down through the scaffolding.
Oh, please skip.
No, I'm pelting
Oh, you're not...
because it makes more noise.
That's sprinting to our
Yes.
foreign views.
Well, it's in the rain, you know,
Yeah. Pelting's an appropriate word.
through
What-
the
okay,
puddles.
so
What are they doing?
So, one of them is distracted
Hooray!
by your actions, and the other one is actually steps forward, and he's got his gun out and he's holding it, like pointing at you,
I'm gonna just step
and
forward.
he's not shooting or anything. It's his, and he's got in his other hand. So he's got a pistol in one hand and he's got a fire axe in the other, and he's like, "What are you all doing here? Yeah."
Bro, it's cool. We're just visiting someone who lives in this block, so it's cool. It's cool.
It's not visiting time. Yeah, in the
Visiting
hours
time.
now.
Come on, man.
Come on, come back between 12 and 2.
12 and 2.
He's got a little smile on his face.
Yeah, you're not
Make
serious.
a
You're not serious.
make a persuasion roll.
I lean over.
Well, I
lean
have
over to Jeff and
I
go,
have
so
presence and
"Our odds of
intimidation
succeeding
and
have dropped down to
deception,
50%.
Oh, deception is
What does
probably
that
more
get me?
appropriate.
which is
So-
people.
Yep. So your
30.
modifier
Yes.
is the modifier down
Oh,
there.
plus 1. Yeah.
Plus 2. So you're at
So
plus
3.
3. So roll your dice. Add 3
D20.
Yep.
17.
in total.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
So does he see all of us?
Oh, it definitely sees me.
She's gone.
Yeah. It sees you.
Crash is gone.
Because I was stealthing. I got a 15.
Yes. Didn't see you. Didn't see you. So you're like happen to be behind a car, just kind of at that moment. And he goes, "Make it quick, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Whatever.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
now.
Cool. Fine. Well, let us go then.
I'll be here."
All right.
And he
we're
kind
going.
of stands there watching.
Our odds of succeeding have risen to 55%.
Shh.
Sorry.
Not
Turning off audio vocalization method.
Yeah. Not now. Right. Phyllis
What's your
Simmons,
friend up
that's-
to? Says the
Oh,
other one.
her?
Shouts the other one.
She's you know, she's damaged, you know. So just let her do what she needs to do.
She damaged.
Yeah,
My
she's
favourite kind.
Not like that.
Ah.
Not like that. She's just
Shit.
No, we just let her do what she's got to do.
Do you think-
she'll calm down? She'll calm down. It's all good. It's all good.
They look at each other for a moment. And like, there's like a little, you can see that they clearly know each other. They've been in the gang together for a while. They've got that kind of unspoken communication. And they kind of, one of them nods, the one that you've been talking to. And he goes, and
Where are you by now?
I wouldn't have gone too far.
Yeah,
Oh, Crash, come on.
Yeah.
What? I'm looking for a wall.
We're in.
No.
As you run down there, you've seen that there's actually a fire escape that goes up the side of the building. And there's actually, hang on, let me get this correct. 3 fire escapes. Is that right?
Easy.
I was just so shocked.
No, it may not be 3.
Fire
It may
safety.
just be-
It's a very serious issue.
Yeah.
It's good that we've
Well,
broached
it's
the
got a
subject.
fire axe, so, if fire attacks, he's that guy.
Yeah.
There are 3 fire escapes. However, it looks like one of them is out of action due to the construction that's going on, and 2 sort of far ones going up the side of the building. You realise it's kind of a sort of long rectangular building, the foyer on the narrow end at the front.
So we will enter the building then.
Okay, so you make your way towards the elevator. As you go in, you can see there's various sort of graffiti tags and things on all the walls. Someone's clearly used the corner of the foyer as a urinal, but the lights are not flickering or anything. Everything seems to be no one's sort of smashed the place up. They've kind of marked it as theirs quite heavily. Let's put it that way. And you walk up to the elevator, and it's actually just a good old-fashioned push-button elevator.
Press the 15 button then.
Okay, so you go in, push the 15 button, and you're all in.
Yeah.
The doors close. The gas
did I
comes
catch
in.
up?
No.
Did I catch up?
Yeah,
Okay.
you catch up fine. They kind of watch you as you go, like to make sure you're not doing anything dodgy.
I managed to sneak in unseen.
Make another stealth roll, because at that point he was watching the front door.
No, I don't.
Okay, so he kind of clocks you as you kind. He's like talking to.
Oh, we're not suspicious at all, are we?
He's talking to Reeves, and you try to sort of
But
step
I'm
out.
just wearing. It does just look like I'm wearing normal clothes.
Yeah, just someone.
Can they see us in the foyer bit? Like where the...
Yeah, because
Well,
the
we're in
front
the
is just
elevator
glass.
now,
So from where you were at the beginning, you could see the elevator
Okay, cool.
because it's just a glass front.
I think they're cool though. I think they've bought the story that we're just here to hang.
So the doors close and they go, our odds of succeeding have risen to 60%.
Do you do that about everything?
Okay.
Most things, yes.
So he-
Okay, what are the chances that this elevator stops working?
The chances of this elevator failing are 28%.
Okay, what are the chances of the fire alarm going off?
In this deluge, the chance of the fire alarm going off is calculating 13%.
Yeah, that's not right.
What are
double check my
what are the
calculations.
chances that your calculations are wrong?
Chances of an error in my calculation programming is 0.3%.
What if that's an error? I'm trying to break in.
Okay, you've been told that the apartment is apartment 2 on the 15th floor, so 152. And
We're just riding the lift the whole way up.
you're going
Yeah,
up in the
why
lift.
not? It's only a
Is it like
28%
Is
chance
it
that
a
it fails.
box? Is it a box
Yeah,
lift or is it a glass thing?
It's a
or-
box lift.
Okay.
It's like a
So we can't be seen within it while we're...
No, you can't. No, you
Apart
can't.
from that camera.
Unless there's a camera.
Unless there's a camera. In
Probably
which case,
doesn't
there
work.
probably is
Well,
a
the chances
camera.
that camera don't work.
The chance of that camera not working is 48%.
Okay,
Yeah, that seems fair.
so you can see the numbers illuminating on the number changing on the panel. It's quite an old elevator, and the door opens up onto a depressing hallway, illuminated only by the holographic advertisements outside shining in through the cracked and broken windows. Clearly, they haven't got to renovating this area yet. Bare concrete walls are partially crumbling in places and covered with graffiti. Yes. 2 apartment doors lead off of this corridor, the furthest of which is guarded by 2 men
Oh.
wearing baggy clothes with faces full of chrome and old-fashioned pistols hanging on their belts. They look like the guys downstairs. They're wearing similar clothing, they have similar, adornments and similar equipment, pistols and fire axes.
How many doors have we got?
There's one door on your right, and then another one on the right, and they're standing by that door. And that
How
is,
long's
it is,
corridor?
good question. It's about, it's about 60 feet down that way is door number 2. Door number 1 is 10 feet from you.
And we're looking for room
2,
The one they're guarding.
the one they're guarding.
Oh, right.
Are the guards
They're guarding the actual
anything
room.
Well, they're carrying guns.
besides the guns?
Guns and axes.
Nothing else visible.
No, not outwardly. They've got like leather jackets, like tough leather jackets that have been kind of sprayed, and as they're kind of talking to each other, and they are. Let me just check their stats. They don't seem. They look over and they can see you, but they don't seem to be like outwardly hostile towards you. They're kind of posturing a little bit, and they make their weapons more visible on their persons, but they're kind of, they don't know whether you're going to the other apartment. So they are waiting by that door.
I'm going to approach them.
Well,
Okay, so as you sort of get halfway to them, they're like, hold up there.
Just check with you guys downstairs. It's cool.
What? He goes, you check.
what's happening?
Distracting.
Spray can.
Okay. Yeah. Oh god.
Nice.
Spraying someone else's
Yep.
tag on over, like clearly.
Waiting, just rattling it.
They're like looking down the corridor past you at her, like being deliberately rebellious.
Sorry, she's with us. It's,
Who are you visiting? He said. The other guy says, because he's clearly had like a little text message.
it's conjugal.
What?
I won't judge your personal life if you don't judge mine, alright?
Make a deception.
We're just using the room. Get what I'm saying? Deception
Yeah.
is people. So 3. Oh right, so I add 3 to. Oh, I don't know how to interpret that. 22.
Rog.
What did you roll?
I rolled 19.
Yeah, +3, 22.
Yeah. Can it go above 20?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Destroy the microphones.
Oh yeah. How's that compression working?
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. Okay. He like looks at you and goes, okay,
This is going well.
wait here. And the other guy kind of steps up and he's kind of standing like holding his axe. He's not got his gun out, but he's kind of standing there. They've told you to wait where you are, so you get the sense that they don't want you. If you come closer, they might get physical with you. But the first one says, "Back in a minute," and he actually goes inside he opens the door, and when he opens the door, you see a glimpse of a kind of bit of a corridor space in there, and then the door shuts behind him. He goes, "We'll wait to see if you're expected."
Alright.
What do you guys want to do while you're waiting? You're all in this corridor. There's another door there. There's another apartment next to the one that you're interested in.
Is the door to that apartment closed?
It's closed. Yep.
Can I see if it's unlocked?
It's as you go up to it, you can see that someone has fairly recently clearly broken into this apartment.
This is the other one.
The other one. The door jamb is kind of split, and it looks like if there was a strong wind in here, it might blow this door open.
Can I walk in?
Yeah, sure. The apartment is filthy and is clearly long abandoned. Trash, dried blood, broken glass, and empty crates are everywhere here. It's clearly been ransacked more than once. A fire exit leads from the rearmost room to the street below. Oh. Looks like the ladder might not be attached.
Oh, so not an
Not a
escape route.
suitable escape then.
But
Well, it probably is for him. Can't you
Maybe.
drop from a great
So
height?
it's a fire
as you
escape
go
that
in,
doesn't have a ladder.
there's a series of rooms. There's a short corridor, and then there's a door to the right. The door ahead of you is open, which means you can see into a larger room with a fire escape at the back. And there's another door that leads to your left.
Does the fire escape in the big room look like it's operational?
That is the.
Oh, okay.
That is the.
I'll just go poke around.
Okay, you're going to go over there into that room and have a look, or are you going to open one of the doors
I'll
to the
open
other
one
rooms?
of the other doors.
Okay, you open the door to the right, and in there's like an old bedroom which has been ransacked and there's filthy stuff lying around. And pretty much all the rooms have been.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to loot them.
No. But at one point you step out onto the metal balcony of the fire escape, and you look across and you can see the fire escape for the next apartment.
Okay, how close are
There's sheet plastic and there's a bit of scaffolding going on. It might be a bit of a jump and a climb kind of thing. Might be very dangerous, but you could possibly get across. There's pink neon coming in from advertisements across the other side, and it's creating this kind of stark lighting effect.
they? How difficult a jump does it look?
Pretty tricky. But there's some. It's like from a. You think you might be able to jump, and if you miss, you might be able to grab onto scaffolding or something.
In the apartment, is there like doors or planks or like
It's kind of
floorboards?
Crates and crappy pallets and.
Like floorboards?
It's not really wooden construction. It's kind of concrete and.
Basically, is there something I
crappy
could say
plasterboard.
put across?
It's too far.
I mean, how
Really?
far are we talking here?
30 feet. So you
Yeah,
could, like,
you can't jump that.
but you can climb across the scaffolding.
You could jump, because I suppose your momentum would take you down, and you could grab on.
Quite quickly.
30 feet, you're not going to...
Yeah, it's not. It's 30 feet across, though. If you go that way. Maybe. I don't know.
Or if you had
We're about to find out.
The pesky old issue of landing
Yeah.
would be
Cyber arm.
You
Yeah,
could
it's
get
not the
rope.
fall that kills you.
exactly.
I mean, is there anything that could be used as rope?
Do you have any rope?
Rope can be used as
You
rope.
could make a difficult climbing athletics thing to jump and climb across the scaffolding.
Yeah, I'm not going to
But I calculate your chances of success are 28%.
So
Higher than I
we've
thought.
got the room that we actually want to get in, where the guys are.
Yep.
We've got a separate room that's further up, like across from the.
No. So it's a long corridor, and there's one room near you, and then the room you want to get to further on.
Okay.
You're on the same side of a long
So there's
corridor.
only two doors.
Two doors.
On the whole corridor, and the lift is
Yeah.
at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
And you're standing there with your spray.
What's at the other end? Just a dead end. Of the
There's
corridor.
a big window with the light from the advertisements outside is coming in through, and a bit of rain. There's broken glass over there, sheet plastic, that kind of stuff.
So I guess we wait.
Is
I'm
there
gonna-
like
I'm gonna
ventilation or anything?
There are vents and things, but they're not like.
They're small.
It's
I'm
not
a
Die Hard.
responsible tagger. Well ventilated area.
You keep
Yeah.
your spray paint in a safe?
I don't want anyone to nick it. I'm gonna just kind of stroll down the hallway and examine judge the wall art.
Everyone makes sense motive rolls.
Ooh, how do we do that?
Poorly. Oh, I've actually.
Oh, you just
got
roll
that.
against people.
People modifier. Have you got sense motive?
Oh, I've got I have got sense motive, yeah. So people +3.
Yep. So D20 plus 3.
Or D20 +3. So
Yeah.
I still don't understand what the big numbers for on these.
Don't worry
When
about
do
it.
you use
Don't-
them?
Because they go up slowly, and every
You can
2
increase
they
them,
go up,
but
your
don't worry
modifier
about that.
goes up by 1.
Literally.
Oh, I see. Right.
worry
Every
about
2
using
beyond
them
there's
for
a
now.
right. Okay. Cool. 12, 15.
11.
I rolled a 1.
Hey, well, you're looking at the art.
I am.
14.
Art.
14. Okay. So, Reeds and Effie, as the guy's been gone a little while, and Jeff's been
I'm in a room.
looking in a room, and then you're kind of heading back, I assume, at some point. But the two of you are standing there, and the guy who's in the corridor with you suddenly looks really tense. And he starts to walk backwards away from you, trying to look nonchalant.
Spray. Shh.
I
You
calculate.
don't know
Oh,
this is
wow.
going on. You're on a 1.
I
You're on a 1.
calculate imminent violence at 75%.
And
I whisper to Reeves.
as he's walking backwards, you can see his arm is slowly
Moving towards the gun.
moving towards his gun.
What's he looking at as he's doing it?
He's trying not to look at you. This is why I said make a sense motive roll rather than a perception roll. He is trying not to look at you as he walks further away from you to draw his gun.
Okay, violence.
He looks like he's going to try and shoot you.
Okay.
Maybe he's
Are we-
received a message from him.
Are we all good, bros? Everything cool?
He stops. Nah, man. And the door opens of the apartment. Everyone roll initiative. That's not what he says to you. Yeah.
Natural
would be a
20!
Hey!
That would be a really
From
weird
one
thing.
extreme to
would be
the
really
other.
weird.
No, I rolled quite well as well. 14.
Remind me how we do this.
roll
D20 plus your dex modifier.
19.
20.
It's quite good after all.
Oh, some good
Total.
rolling.
Yeah.
22.
22 for Crash. Okay. 20 for Reeves.
19.
14.
19. Okay. So Jeff.
Do I get a bonus for having presents, by the way, for an initiative roll?
No.
No.
Oh no, presents.
So that's a Christmas roll. You get a bonus for having presents.
Oh, he snuck one in!
Look at that!
I'm a dad. I'm allowed shit jokes. And I'm a double
You're allowed
dad,
double,
so I'm allowed two.
double shit jokes.
I'll do
yeah.
another one later.
No, I think that counts as 2.
Then it was me. It's me on
only counts as one.
15. And then it's Effie on 14.
Yay!
Okay, right, so the door opens and Crash, you're standing there spraying on the wall and you suddenly have a moment where you're like, shit, we're in the middle of a...
Warrior.
Chances of violence have raised to 100%.
Is that your go? I'd write something insulting.
What are you going to write?
You're not a bard in D&D, unfortunately.
Cutting
so
words.
That doesn't hurt them.
Well, I don't know, because it doesn't really work. 'Cause
Throw
I
your
didn't
spray can at
notice
True.
that anything was
So,
going
you
on.
rolled a 1, didn't you? So
So
maybe
I
we
rolled
should
a
say
1
you're
to
surprised.
notice that anything was happening, but then I rolled a 20 on initiative,
So I think you're probably surprised this round.
so I'm just completely irrelevantly
And then the
just
next
spraying
round,
shit anyway.
you'll
Go
get to go
first.
first.
Cool.
Okay, so Reeves, you're standing there, the door's in front of you, he's in front of you, he's going for his gun, and he's like, no, man. And then the door opens. And you can see the guy who'd originally gone in come running out, and he's got his gun in one hand, and he's, like, looking to pop you from around the corner. What would
So-
you like to do?
So he's
He's kind of
He's
15
coming out
feet
of-
away from you on the right,
right.
diagonally, and the other guy's about 25 feet in front of you, straight ahead.
Is the lift door still open?
That's behind you, but you could run backwards to the lift
How
if you
far
wanted
back is the lift?
to. About 40 feet. You could
Oh, it's
run
too
it.
far just
So
to
you
duck
could run
in.
it. You could run it in a round. You run past all your friends.
I wanted to just, if there's something I could just duck behind.
Unfortunately, they've kept this corridor fairly clear for that reason.
Yeah. 40 feet. I
So
don't
you're-
want to just...
Your speed is 35. And if you run, that means you can go 70. But that's all you can do in the round if you run.
Or you draw you down and start shooting.
Yeah, I'm just going to get my gun out, I think.
Okay, which one are you going to shoot? The one coming out of the door or the one...
I'm not actually going to shoot at this point.
These guys look
Stand up.
pissed. They look like they're not like...
They're going to
pointing
shoot. They're going to
gonna
shoot first
you.
and ask
They're gonna-
questions later.
Well,
Okay.
the chances of violence have risen to 100%.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go for the guy coming out of the door,
Okay.
because your description of him made him sound like he was a bit more confident, a bit more purposeful, whereas the other guy was a bit hesitant.
Okay.
So I'm going to go for
Glad I
the...
managed to convey nuance between Henchman 1 and Henchman 2.
Yeah. No one ever thinks how things affect the family of a henchman.
I know. It's devastating.
It is. So I'm going to go for the guy coming out the door.
Okay, so roll a 20-sided dice. What weapon are you using? Sawn-off shotgun.
sawn-off shotgun, yeah.
So you are proficient with that, aren't you?
Yeah.
And that is a ranged weapon, so that's your dexterity modifier. So you get +4 to your roll.
Yeah.
And
It says it's 2d8.
that's the damage.
That's the damage.
Oh, that's the damage.
So
Oh,
if
right.
you're successful, you roll 2d8 damage.
So dexterity
Is +2.
is +2, yeah.
And your proficiency modifier is +2.
Oh, so I get +4 on it.
+4. So roll your die. Your
I've got
20-sided dice.
reflex as well.
That's a saving throw if someone like throws a grenade.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So D20 plus.
4. So I've got 8.
Okay. So the guy comes out of the doorway, and you're slightly startled by it, and you're like, pfft, and you blast a hole in the concrete wall beside the door, like,
Yeah.
that kind of spread shot.
Yeah.
And it's like
Like a spray of...
Chunks of polystyrene
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And his face kind of contorts as this blast goes off near him. Right, Jeff, you hear this going on as I assume you're just coming back out of apartment number 1?
Yeah, that's probably about where it would have been in the timing.
Yeah. So you're kind of stepping out of that door, and you hear Reeves' shotgun.
Okay, as I hear the gunfire before I step out, I'm going to think how the gang is dressed. Try and confuse them a little bit.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
clever girl.
And then
So is that a bonus action?
No, I just think it.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to kind of sneak out, just kind of lean around the corner because I'm in the apartment and go with my silenced submachine gun.
And who are you going to shoot at?
The guy.
Well, actually, you could probably only see the guy in the corridor.
All right, yeah, whichever I can
And-
see.
Because of the 3 people in the way, I'm going to say you're at disadvantage.
Okay, so 13 or 19. So 13 plus 2, 4, 17.
That's a hit.
Cool. So my gun does 4d4 damage.
4d4 damage.
Whoa,
Uh,
they happened.
That was amazing.
Wow.
not bad apart from that one, but 13. That's pretty good.
Okay.
4 4s and a 1. 3
gun is
4s
it?
and a 1. It's a Detroit Industries submachine gun with silencer.
Okay, so
Big
you pop round the corner, and his body, like,
But it is silenced.
yeah, but the
That doesn't mean
impact
it
on his
doesn't make noise.
impact on his body is like, and blood sprays out from the torn holes in his tough leather jacket, and he'd moved a bit away from you. And he's near the window, and as you kind of blast him, he falls backwards, hitting the broken glass,
Nice.
falling through and getting wrapped in a big sheet of plastic, and falling with like a traily plastic thing
Leaving a red.
down the... Of course, that might alert someone
And does he land with like
in
a...
the car park.
He lands
You
on
hear
a
it.
car. I sure hope
yeah,
like
that's
one
a-
hostage.
like a squelchy thud. Oh, nice.
Subtle.
He's dead. Just in case you were worried that hadn't killed him. Okay, at this point, the other guy...
What killed him? Was it the blast that killed him or the fall?
Shame.
The bell. Ding. Hey.
The other guy running out the door now comes out and has a shot at you. As he, he's basically kind of running full pelt across the corridor to almost, bang into the wall. And he's like... okay, what is your armour class? Do you know what your armour class is?
Light and medium, and I'm wearing a... Oh, I'm a class, 13.
13. Okay, cool. And these two, not Spider Tank. That's a Challenge 11 monster.
I mean,
These guys
Tank,
are the
Spider
Wan Chai Street Rats.
Spider tank.
Okay, he's got
Does whatever a spider tank does.
+3 to hit. That's a hit,
Can it swim?
and you take
No, it can't.
Because it's a tank.
4 points of damage off your hit points. So just in that big box, knock it down to 6. There you go. Cool. So yeah, he pops out, clips you, and you're like, ah! And he slams against the wall. He's about 10, 15 feet away from you. And Effie, you're next, and you're just behind Reeves. So it's probably...
So I've seen
25 feet.
him get shot.
Yes.
You are in danger.
Danger.
And then I use quick heal on him,
Oh.
which
what's
heals
this?
him by D4. So I point my arm out, and a biotic needle springs out and fires into him, and just heals you with nanobots.
Oh, thanks.
So you're healed 2 damage.
Cool.
Turn that.
You are in danger.
Yeah. What went on at your spa?
Well, Botox mainly.
Needles.
Needles.
Okay, cool. So, is that your... That's your do
That's,
move?
I think that's my full action to quick heal.
You get a free... You can... I believe you can...
I think actually quick heal might be a half action, because I think basic heal is the full action. It's under doc.
Let's have a look. Doc.
It's quick heal just down there.
Quick heal. As a bonus action.
So I can now do something.
Yep.
So you are in danger. Funk.
Yeah.
And then I'll pull my SMG and shoot the guy.
You're in danger. You are danger.
You are
Don't get
in
those the wrong way round.
Oh, yeah.
I got
Kills the other guy and shoots
a 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
And 3d4. And 7 damage.
Okay. You late him with bullets, and they trace up the side of his body. And he's like, yeah! Like his jacket rips and his trousers are torn, and there's kind of blood like flicked against the wall, but he's still standing. Right. Back round to the beginning, and we have Crash. You've just written "Warriors suck," and you've written a big C. Or something, and the combat begins.
It's Crash with a K.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Come on.
No, I thought that was the next word in the sentence. Warriors suck.
She was deflecting away from that. She was being subtle.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So there's a fight kicking off.
Yep.
Some guy just fell out a window.
Yeah.
And then this guy's like in the middle of getting shot. I'm gonna press all the buttons on the lift.
All the buttons.
All the buttons.
Okay. Right. Are you going to try and hit like the higher numbers first?
Yeah.
You're not going to hit like ground floor and then all
So
the
it
other
goes
buttons.
down to the
It goes all the way to the ground floor.
But then there's
Yeah,
just
you're
getting
just
up.
gonna.
Okay, you just mash all the
Yep.
buttons. Okay.
Yep.
And it's like doors closing and you like
Yep.
jump back out. Okay. And the lift doors close and it goes up.
Clever. Clever.
Okay. Cool. I
Clever.
like it. I like it. You can have 20 experience points for
Whoop.
that because that was a good choice. Okay. So next is Reeves. This guy shot you.
Gonna shoot him
He's
again.
just been laced with bullets.
I'm just going
Yep.
to retaliate.
Nanobots are in you now.
Exactly.
I'm
I've got
in.
my body over here healing me up.
Yep. So
I've
what?
forgotten already.
Your sawn-off shotgun.
So
Yeah.
roll a d20 and add 4.
D20 and add 4.
1.
Uh-oh. Critical failure.
Oh. Not even if I had the 4?
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
so
you're on
natural one,
one.
means a critical
If
failure on an
One
attack.
is
I'd shoot
I'm
myself.
glad there's no one
No,
in the
your gun
party in
jams
front
or
of
something
you.
like that.
Your gun jams.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's all right.
It goes... And you're like...
Damn rentals!
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah. You can still, like, move if you want to.
Probably tackle him or something.
Or, you know, you can move back a bit behind Effie.
Whoa!
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's a toaster. Yeah, I'll do that. I don't care.
Oh no!
Or maybe level. Well, it's up to you. You're in this closed corridor and they're kind of standing there with a gun. And now your gun is
Friendship
jammed.
levels.
Or maybe I will.
You could jump into the...
You probably
You
wanna
I'll just charge.
You want to get out of the way.
could jump into the apartment.
Yeah. Oh, into the one. Yeah. Let's do
And the one we're
that.
not supposed to
Into
be
the
in.
one I'm hiding in.
Let's do that.
Oh, the other one.
And I'm going to shut the door to
No,
knock
there's
him
only
out.
2.
Assuming that the lock works.
The other guy
Wasn't
who
he
came
up
out
near the
apartment.
door.
You're going to shut the
That
door
we're
to lock
trying
him
to
out.
get
I
into.
thought you said knock him out.
No, lock him out.
It's like a slide... Yeah.
So you're jumping in the door that he came out of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got time to do that.
You've got to move, so
Yeah.
you can, like, move into that corridor. As you move into that corridor, you see another street rat
Oh, shit.
in the corridor, and he's, like, sitting on a chair, and he's, like, startled, and he's like, whoa, 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 whoa! And that's kind of... That's what you
That's
see.
his
Drop
turn.
kicking.
Yeah. Jeff.
Oh, Jeff.
JF8572864B.
JF694239G. Don't get
what
me
I said.
confused with the other guy.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, that guy.
Oh,
It happened all
Yeah.
the time just because we're both JF.
He's in the next cubicle along.
So I'm assuming I can now see this guy.
yes. Yeah. Okay.
How many round bursts do SMGs fire?
I
Is
have
it
no
3?
idea. I rolled a 13. 15,
Sorry?
17.
Are SMGs 3 round bursts?
I assume the damage just reflects that they are more of a burst weapon.
Okay.
We'll
17 total.
We'll go with it.
We'll do it
I'll go
as,
with
as number of dice rolled for ammo.
yeah, that's a good
That's
idea.
not a bad plan.
So
I like that.
Although that is awkward because it's 4 and I have 30 bullets. I don't know actually how big a magazine
I
is.
thought you said 300.
I've got
They're about like
300,
that
but
usually.
SMG thing is like.
I think I buy them in 30s. I don't know if that's what the magazine
mate.
says.
I think it's 30s. Yeah.
April?
So you get to
Mine's
like...
So does my
Yeah.
last shot do less damage? Because I...
No,
No,
don't worry about it.
don't worry
You
about
just
it.
shoot it, you know,
Alright.
Some.
Anyway,
sometimes.
It will run out then,
and
not
it'll run
to
out
no
8 times
later.
and then it will run out.
I have used 3 bullets.
alright.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to be
17?
keeping track of that.
Sorry?
17
That's
total?
a hit. He's wearing a leather jacket. So, and he's not particularly dexterous.
Uh,
I like SMGs.
4, 8. You like that?
Okay. He has no plastic sheet to catch him as he falls out the window. His body, you lace him with bullets and he kind of rolls along the concrete wall, leaving big bloody body marks along it as he goes, and then he falls
Body
out the
marks.
window. I'm trying to picture RoboCop, original RoboCop level wounds. You know, as
Been
done
shot
in this.
to
You know,
pieces.
yeah, it's like.
Well, you did get shot in the groin as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Didn't
Not today.
And he too falls out of the window.
the same window.
Same window, but this
So
time
is he
you just
gonna
hear a
land on
large
top
splat.
Nice.
Cool.
And then I'm going to move up.
Move up.
Towards...
Okay, so you can move a bit up the corridor. Crash and Effie, you can see that Reeves is standing in the corridor, kind of maybe brandishing his gun at someone. You can hear the shouting of, hey, whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm going to move behind Reeves.
Okay.
Because you're still injured. So I say, you are still injured. Funk.
Oh, you're healing me up again.
How many times can I do
2
quick heal?
plus your tech modifier.
My tech modifier is quite high, 3, so I can do it 5 times.
Yeah.
So, I'll heal you full.
Nice.
Yep, you're back up to full. Cool.
And I've got 3 more uses of quick heal.
You're slightly startled by a little dart in the back,
Barely
but
felt.
then you
Nanobots.
feel endorphins rush through your system as
Cool.
the nanobots do their work.
I love endorphins. They're great.
They are great, aren't they?
They've got me
so
where
that's
I
a
am in
move,
life.
that's a bonus. And do I see the guy?
You do, and he looks slightly older than the others, and he is kind of caught unawares. He's been looking. He looks like he's either looking at something on a device or some sort of augmented reality thing is going on in his perception that he's quite enwrapped with.
Oh, I see.
And his gun.
I see what's going on.
His gun is
Pokemon Go.
his gun is on the floor.
I'll point my Uzi at him and goes, please refrain from moving.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Just don't fucking shoot me, okay?
Yes. I will not.
Are we out of manoeuvres now?
Yes, we're out of combat. We're out of combat now. One thing you've realised is all the interior walls are concrete as well, and you think there's probably sound dampening to a very high degree, maybe even such that people in the next room may not even hear gunfire in the corridor because of the. They may have built it that way.
Intense.
Gunfire is a serious
It-
enough issue.
Well, it's raining outside as well.
It's
so.
massive. Yeah, there's lots of rain, and you never know. They may have pumping music playing in the next room. Or
I will go and kick his gun away from him.
You kick his gun away, and he's like, no, don't, look, we don't need to get violent. This is fine. Are you guys with the Washington Street Boys?
Do you know what we're here to find?
Oh, they brought something back. I don't know
Where
what.
is it?
It's in. He points to a door behind him. On his right, your left.
Are there
kind of
any
points.
computers or electronic?
No, this is literally like a entrance
Except for his data pad.
hallway.
Yeah.
He's got a data pad.
Yeah, he seems to have like a data pad.
With my knowledge of common law, sense motive, can I tell if
dark
this guy
heresy.
does this guy just seem like a grunt or does he seem
Make a sense motive roll with advantage.
okay?
So you roll d20 twice and pick the higher number.
18,
Okay.
and I add to that
Your people skills.
3.
He seems like a abject coward. he is crapping his pants because he's been caught looking at porn on the job.
Yeah. On the job.
And
Not far off.
he's
probably got a augmentation going on as well.
got cybernetic eyes, and the chair that he's sitting on is made to look like it's kind of like a kitsch furniture fashion from about 10 years ago when everything was made to look like real wood.
Alright.
It's fake wood.
Because wood doesn't exist anymore.
No.
Presumably.
No, it's
It's
extremely
so rare.
Incredibly rare, yeah.
Yeah.
But he said he was in the
Everything's
back of the room.
He kind of points behind him to a door, and he's like, "Yeah, they've." Like, and as now, like the fighting stopped, you can actually hear kind of very faint music.
Is there anyone else in here?
Yeah, there's like all the guys are in here. Look. Right, I tell you what. I've been meaning to like have a chat with the Washington Street Boys for a while. You know, Jackie Chow's a great guy. I really like him. We've had a couple of chats. In fact, you know, I may have given him some information about. He thumbs over his shoulder. Everyone makes sense motive rolls.
Am I even there? Or am I still...
Natural
You're faffing about outside if you want
20. I critically passed.
Well, while
16.
they're faffing about, I want to see if I can see where those two guys went.
So while you guys are doing this conversation, you've gone to the edge and you're looking down.
Yep.
And the rain is kind of falling down, and you kind of get that weird lit rain effect as it's coming down in kind of sheets as you look down, and you get a minor sense of vertigo, but everyone's pretty used to high-rise buildings and all that kind of stuff. And you kind of put one foot on the edge and you lean over and look down, and you see them running into the foyer.
Well, the two dead guys.
No,
Yes.
two guys from the car.
Oh, bloody hell.
I'm
Also on our
gonna
way in.
ling my can just down.
Chuck it down.
Yeah.
You're gonna what? You're what?
She's
gonna ling your can?
She's throwing a spray can.
Oh
Yeah.
right, thanks.
Come on, mate.
Yeah.
Ling?
Yeah.
Never have I heard such a term.
You're gut punk too, man.
Would you prefer yeet?
No.
I'm gonna yeet it.
No. Not allowed. Get out.
So, were the guns that they were carrying on the floor?
I kicked his gun away.
I figured they both went out the window, which is why I was like, oh
Yeah.
They're
shit.
kind of holding on to their
Because I want a
weapons.
pistol or
Do
something.
we know that?
Oh no, well, hang
Do we
on,
know
let me
that
roll.
you don't
Let
have
me
a
roll.
gun?
Let me roll. Okay, the
Probably.
first guy had his gun as he went over, but the second guy didn't.
Did he
So
drop
there's a
it?
pistol on the floor.
Hey,
near him.
yoink.
I was going to say, yeah, if we knew that she didn't have a gun, I probably would have picked it up and thrown it to her.
Yeah, well, she's not
But
near
yeah,
you
no,
at
it
the
was
moment,
fine
so
if
yeah.
she's picked it up. And
Yeah.
that's good.
So there's it's called a 21st century pistol.
Cool.
It's a single shot 2d4 ballistic damage,
Cool.
range 40.
So it's only got the amount of ammo in the clip, I'm guessing, as well.
Yeah, that's better than what I had, which is nothing.
Yes.
Didn't you have a shotgun?
No.
No.
Oh. Oh no, you've got the skill
I'm good
for
at
it,
them,
but yeah.
I
Okay.
can't afford one.
There's also the other guy's gun over there that.
It's fine. You
Effie.
guys sort out whatever you're doing, and
Okay.
I'm just, you know,
Okay,
You're,
so
picking up guns.
yeah.
so I got
Looking
a
at them.
And
natural
chucking
20 on
things
sense
out of
motive.
50th floor windows.
Sense motive.
You think he's genuine saying that he's meaning to talk to Jackie Chow and the Washington Street Boys, but when he says, I may have given him some information about, you think he might be blagging.
The
So they're mixed.
chances of deception are 16%.
I think he's at least partially telling the truth.
Hey, look.
If we let you go, will you go straight to Chow and join his band?
Yes.
Sense motive.
I didn't get that one.
What's 12?
You don't think he's lying? And he seems quite earnest when he says that to you.
Dude's gonna say whatever it takes.
Drive around the corner.
Okay, you walk into the corridor.
I'd hide for a bit if I were you and then get out of here.
I say we waste him.
Alright, I'll go and crash in the other apartment
Dude.
for 10, shall I?
Don't go down the lift. I mean, A, you'll be waiting for ages, and B, your mates from downstairs are coming up.
Where's the nearest fire escape
Your
that
mates from
works?
downstairs are coming down.
There's one through there, There's one through there, and there's one in the other building. Well, I think the ladder's out on one of them.
Yeah, the ladder's out in the one in the other apartment. Go on, get out of here.
Okay. He runs out the door and turns into the other apartment, because you said the other guys are coming up the other way, so...
Well, eventually.
I think I should have warned him. I detected 6 hextillion microbes per square metre in that room.
I think
That's the least of it.
dirty.
I'm just going to lean down and pick up the other gun if
Alright.
it's still on the floor.
It's
Yoink.
kind of been scattered.
Is there anything else in the room? Did he leave his data pad?
There
'Cause I'm
his
assuming that's
fire
probably worth
axe,
something.
which, bear in mind, a fire axe is not just a...
Not just for Christmas.
It's not just a wall
A
decoration.
fire axe is this, with a heated blade,
Oh wow, okay,
so it does
it's not...
fire damage.
Right, sorry, I was
That's
thinking...
a lot cooler
I was
than what I
thinking a
was
fire
thinking.
axe is an axe you use to, like
it does
firefighters
1d6
use.
plus 1 fire damage.
That's pretty cool.
Cool.
Did you say there's music playing from in the room?
You can just hear it now in the room.
Can you, like, hack that and, like, disrupt their stream? Might make one of them come out.
Nearby.
You can attempt to hack via your
implant.
Neuralink
Okay.
into the building to see if there's something there.
I'm just wondering
Alright,
what
can I
might make
just
one
kind
of them come out.
Use my Neuralink to probe, see what's in there.
Sure, yeah, let's make a hacking roll. You're going to go into the matrix slightly, and
Hey, if you jack the volume, that'll get 'em out.
Meanwhile, I've picked up the
18.
data slate and I'm looking at it going, in my personal medical opinion, this would not be the optimum position for mating.
18.
Can you not?
okay. Yeah, there are a couple of computer systems in here. They seem to have low-level security protocols on them.
Can I see if I can get into them?
Dude, whack the volume. Drop the bass. Like, give them all a brain.
I'm probably a bit zoned out right now because
The
I'm
music system is
eyes
at
rolled
full
back.
volume. It's dialed up to 11.
Turn it off.
I'm not. I'm trying to see if I can actually hack in.
Yes, okay. So you need to hack into...
Oh, that's better.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 16, so that becomes a 21.
Nice.
Okay, right.
I also have hacker's tools.
So...
Just means you can hack.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you hack into a system in the furthest room away from you. You're sort of getting a spider tracery in your mind's eye of the layout of this room, from the power lines, where the electricity is flowing from each of the rooms. And you can tell that ahead of you there are 2 doors. On the left, there is a large room with some sort of, you think maybe kitchen style utensils, lots of small things using up little bits of power.
Okay.
The far room is where there is a that kitchen room has a music system on the wall, like a big display, and then in the far room there seems to be some sort of small computer system that is hooked up to something that's damaged and you can't get into it from here. Something that looks like you need to be connected to it, and they are connecting it to that computer system, which is why you're aware of it. From your experience, you think that might be some sort of mech, as in robot.
I think there's a mech in the end room.
What?
On the door
Mech
to
room.
the door to the right, there are 2 rooms. You can see sort of power outlets
Okay.
and things in them. They don't seem anything massively significant, except for one has got the there's a light on above the fire escape, which you're aware of from hacking into the system.
Okay, yeah, I'll relay that. I believe there is a mech in the far room.
Dude.
Our,
Mine.
our chances of success just dropped to 12%.
I suspect that is what we are here to find.
Wicked. Let's get it out.
That's a suspicion.
So how many's in there? Can you tell?
I'm assuming there weren't cameras or anything I could see.
No.
So
Can you hack the
the
mech?
2 guys from downstairs
Not remotely.
are coming
Not
up.
even remotely.
The lift's gone up first. It will be going down again, and then it will be coming back up again. I don't know
It will
how long
take a
that's
while.
going to take. I mean, I might be able to remove this level from the sequence and then just send them up to the top again some more. But I don't know how long we've got.
Okay, so the we know there's another. So there's where we are. There's a kitchen, I believe.
I'll show you the map.
It's a map.
So I will try and overlay this on the screen in editing. You're in this corridor here. There's two doors. There's a room here and there's a room here. You think it's in there? There's 2 rooms here that seem to be.
So those
less
two, I
interesting.
think, are empty, and
There's stuff going on in here, loud music.
so that's where we think the kitchen is.
And then there's something going on in here.
Okay, so we've got
Sorry,
to go
which room are we in?
that
In
little
this
one.
corridor.
All right, so
right.
we've basically got to go through the one with the loud music and
Isn't there another way around?
no.
Because
There
if we
isn't,
could
is there?
like get in there first and then get the mech and
There-
then just ride through the party.
there's no other way in, isn't there? I'm
You
aware
could
of.
go onto the fire escape and climb across the scaffolding.
I will mention the fire escape. However, it is 30 feet.
Yeah, I'm game.
I think we should just
just go
I think
through
we
the
should just
door.
send the skin job to do it.
I assume he's talking to you.
What? Mate,
I believe that's a derogatory term for you.
I'll add it to my linguistic databanks.
Yeah, you
Skin
do
job.
that, and then
A
why don't
derogatory term for synthetic life form.
I could. Did I have access to the music system in there?
I mean, you are a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a Bluetooth player
Okay.
kind of thing. You could
You seem
easily
nice
get.
enough.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I could alter the music in there, and that might distract them while we enter.
Or drop the lights.
Can I turn the lights
You'd
off?
have to make a roll, but you could try and turn the lights off. It's like,
But the problem is,
everything now is kind of connected.
Fire alarm!
see.
Set the fire alarm off. Told you it was more than a 13% chance, mate.
You could set the fire alarm off.
That system seems to be deactivated on this level.
Oh man.
But I will.
We could just start a fire.
That still won't set the alarm off.
No,
We could set it off on the other levels anyway and get everyone else out so that when stuff kicks off.
there's also the possibility that we would burn.
We do
What?
have the
From setting the alarm
element
off?
of surprise.
No, from starting a fire.
I didn't say we were going to start a fire. Why
No,
are
I
you setting
did.
light to?
I can alter the light. I can try and alter the lighting, and I can alter the music to distract them.
You
which
didn't need
should
to
help.
alter it, just switch it off.
And then
Then we go in and proceed to our objective.
You're nearly as bad as him. Right, so what are we doing? Are we going? Because the
we are
lift's going to be
doing
here.
that.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, lights out.
I'll kind of alter the lighting so it kind of goes dim because I still need to be able to see.
Okay, we'll need a roll.
Okay,
It's not going to be massively difficult.
Hack.
Can we wait at the door and then when you
if
drop
it's not
the...
massively difficult, yes.
Can we wait at the door and then when you drop the
23?
lights and they all come out to see what's going on, then we like...
So yeah,
Barred them.
so I turn the lights
Something.
down and I alter the music both in volume and type.
Okay.
Ooh, what do you put on?
Kamina Burana.
I will put on some kind of corporate music, whatever, like that. Everything is awesome.
music.
People music.
That's the kind of music you know, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
corporate
like
music.
elevator music or something that you
You
just
put
got.
on people music.
unusual to be alone.
Let's not get copyright infringed.
Uh,
Or infringed
yeah.
copyright. Okay, so
In 2185, Tom Jones is dead.
He's
not right now.
He needs to get in character.
undead.
He might not be.
So you're going to do that. What's the goal of him doing that? What are you guys doing?
Distraction.
We are going to
Yeah.
go in with a surprise
You're gonna go in.
round.
But as soon as you turn the lights out, they're going to be like, what the hell? And then come out.
Well, remember,
Well, not if we go in.
they have neurolinks as well, so they can probably turn the lights up from where they are.
Yeah.
Just by.
We're just
Going.
going to go in.
Lock them out.
We're going to try
Okay,
and
so
get a
we do
surprise.
that. And then we kick
just
the door
while you're
and
doing
then,
that first bit, I
like-
just want to see what.
Open
Yeah,
fire.
we are going to try and have a surprise round against them.
Okay.
That is the
Are you
objective.
sure you don't? I mean, a bigger surprise would be if that mech came into their party. That would really crash things.
I can't hack that from here.
Can I try and see if I can get around to wherever
Do you want me to do this or
the
not?
fire escapes
Yeah.
or whatever are?
Yeah, I think we're doing it. I think
I'm
it's
just going to
happening.
go and do that.
You're just going to go and do that. Okay, right. So you go off through the other room.
Well, I haven't seen it, so I want to at least take a look.
Okay, so the rest of you are about to surge through the door when you do the thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for them to actually do something.
I thought it was already done. Thought you'd already done your.
Well, we're not
thing.
standing around discussing it after I've done it. Or
No,
there's
okay,
point in me
so-
having done it.
As you're kind of standing there doing your thing, where you're looking slightly distant.
Still Minority Report.
And hacking, yeah. Crash goes and opens the other door. The door to the right opens into a room with dark, old-fashioned concrete tiles on the walls. Sofa and 2 armchairs are sat facing an old television atop what appears to be a weapons crate.
Mm.
Another weapons crate is pushed up against the far wall with a combat shotgun on top of it. A door leads further into the apartment.
Lucky.
Yoink. Is there anyone in there?
There's no one in there.
Do, 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 do.
Make a perception roll as you enter the room.
Nope.
Okay, so you walk across
There's a
the room
combat shotgun.
and you pick the shotgun up.
And it explodes.
Well, as you pick the shotgun up, you execute your...
And the lights go out.
Execute
And the lights in the other room
Easy.
go down and the music changes to K-pop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gangnam
a different
Style.
volume.
Yeah. And then you two bust the door and go in the room.
Well, definitely not me busted the door. But I will stand there ready
So
to
the
heal.
3 of you at some
Why
point,
can't you
your
bust
action
the
is to
door?
that. You're going to open the door
I'm very weak. Yes.
and you're going to go in.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
super
So-
squishy.
The door opens. Let me get the right thing. I love box text. 3 people are sat along one side of a table, the far side, looking at you, in this kitchen and dining area. The smell of fresh, cheap ramen gently hangs in the air. Aggressive music, K-pop, plays from a display in the wall
Aggressive K-pop.
that is illuminating the room with colours from a rather aggressive music video. A heavy metal door has been haphazardly installed in the wall on the right-hand side. The lights dim suddenly, and the music changes, and the 3 people are startled. You surprise them.
Yay.
So we're going to roll initiative,
Yeah.
and I'll still roll initiative, but I won't get to do anything this round.
That was
I
a
get to roll
20
initiative
and then
this
it
time?
rolled
Yes.
to an 8.
That is what dice do.
Damn gravity.
Okay.
You
But I saw it land there.
Roll a d20 and add your dex modifier.
Yeah, well, I'm going last.
I rolled a 10.
I got 3.
16.
10.
10. So you got
10.
10. Okay. So we've got Effie and Reeves.
How do we...
10.
If we're both on the same, how do we...
You pick, or you got highest dex goes first. Up to you.
Oh, you can go first, I don't mind. Because I'm more a support. You're
So there's 3 guys.
Hang on. There are 2 women and a guy. And Jeff is on 16. And we won't have you roll for the moment,
That's
but
fine.
we'll in each round you'll do
Yeah,
something
cool.
in the other one. Okay. So, Jeff.
Can I act? Because I just did the thing.
Good point. No, you can't. No, you've just done the hack. The door's opened.
Yeah.
You're like still
I mean,
in
that's
the.
supposed to all be
You're in
kind
your
of-
augmented
Yeah.
reality world kind of thing, and you're kind of focused on that. So Effie and Reeves, you're both on 10. Reeves first. Door's open. You've seen these people. One of them is going about to grip and flip this big table.
So he's this... Is that the guy or the one?
Just one of the women looks like they're going to grip and flip.
The old grip and flip.
They'll grip and flip.
Shoot her.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay, you're going to shoot that one.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
You can do it.
So this is on dexterity again, is it?
Yeah. So what you can with the, I think you've got +4, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is not good enough. So you fire and like she's startled, but she's kind of reaching and leans to one side, and the bullet hits the wall behind her.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take a crack at her as well. Ooh, 16.
That's a hit. Is it an SMG?
It is. It's but mine's a case-eye SMG, so it's lighter and slimmer than, but less powerful than Roger's Detroit monster.
Okay. I like the way there's.
That was quite good. 10.
Okay, you put 3 rounds in her face, and there's a spray of gore, and it kind of impacts the left side of the one on her right and the right side of the one on her left, and they're both like, "Ugh!" As her head it kind of explodes, and but her hands have gripped the table, and she kind of leans back, but she doesn't fall all the way back because in shock she has like tightened her grip on the table.
Nice.
That one is dead.
Can medically declare her dead.
Yeah, I think the non-doctor characters could do the same thing. Okay,
Cause of
so
death,
next,
exploding
it
head.
would be the Warriors, but they're surprised. So you guys, I assume you've kind of stepped into the room slightly, because otherwise you're all standing in a doorway.
Yes.
Kind of.
Awkwardly,
Scooby-Doo.
yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, so you kind of moved in, and then you're like, yeah.
And then it's
Well, as you move into the kitchen, you can see that two Reeves. You can see to the left on a far table, there is an assault rifle, which is near one of the still alive woman.
well, I think
the
it's
table.
Jeff's turn, isn't
It
it?
is Jeff's go. Jeff, you can just see between the two of them, you can see two people, a dead person in the middle, these two people sitting there. They've got guns on the tables, they're going for their guns.
I will shoot whichever one of them I've got the clearest shot on.
Probably the guy that's
That one.
further in the room.
Is there a horse?
A machine horse.
19.
That's a hit. They've got an armor class of 12, just to let you guys know.
Cyberpunk.
Big Detroit SMG.
12.
Okay. The first bullet thuds into the table in front of him and his eyes go wide. The next bullets go into his body and into his chin.
Nice.
And he falls backwards just instantly, bashing his head on the back wall and falling down, and all that's left that you can see of him is a red smear on the wall.
Yeah.
Nice.
Effie and Reeves.
Reeves.
Go big or go home.
I'm gonna go for this gun on the table, even
Okay.
though I don't think I can actually fire it. I just don't want her to have it.
Sure. So you'll move. You move over. You've got what gun have you got?
I've got a sawn off.
Okay, are you going to grab the gun, or are you going to stand by it and boom?
Headshot.
Because I assume you've cleared the jam on your weapon by now. I'm not going to be a douche and say...
Yeah, well, I killed
You
that
were
other-
standing in a
killed the other
corridor doing
bird, didn't I,
nothing.
as well? Oh no, that was him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we would have done that before.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. If I actually take it, then my hands aren't going to be free to operate my own. So I'm just
Exactly.
I'm going to manoeuvre to just get in her way so
Okay.
she can't grab it,
Sure, that's easy.
and then I'm just going to aim and fire.
Okay. Yeah, you're
I'm
now
just going to
standing...
walk over and shoot her in the head.
Well, you are now probably as close to her as I am to you.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, yes.
With a sawn-off shotgun.
With a sawn-off shotgun.
to the
Roll to
face.
Okay, so you have
Shot to the
advantage
face.
because you're so close, I'm going to say.
So roll 2 dice.
So roll 2 dice and take the highest result.
14,
That's a hit.
and I get +4.
Yeah, you've hit.
So yeah.
It's got an armor class of 12, so you have to hit 12 or more on your
Yeah.
roll.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you hit her. Roll damage for your weapon.
So 2d8.
Yep.
Oh, bloody hell, that's big. That's a big, chunky gun.
Shotgun.
Oh. 6.
6 points of damage. You blast her shoulder to shreds, and she screams, "Ah!" and blood flies across the wall. But as you do, she kind of swings her arm around and brings her gun out to shoot you. Because she is pissed.
But luckily, I get to shoot first.
Oh, you do, don't you? Yes, sorry, yes. She brings her gun out to shoot you, and
Easy there,
Effie...
Rolls a
Natural 20! Hey! Wicked. Okay, so... let me just check
How does
Shoot her arm off.
how they do double damage in this system, because there's various different ways to do it. What I like to do is you get full damage on one roll, you roll again, and add your modifier. That's what I like to do in D&D. But let's see what they do in
Carbon.
Carbon 2185. 2185.
You just hear me go,
It has,
you are in
it has to
danger.
go like that, doesn't it?
2185.
What is that from?
2185.
Lost in space.
Lost in Space.
Danger, danger, Will Robinson.
You are in danger.
Damage rolls.
Other sci-fi TV shows are available.
Critical.
No, they aren't. You're such a liar.
Peaceful aliens.
Yes.
travel to Earth.
I do like lying.
So you double the
you, though?
dice.
I never lie.
And then add, so you roll twice
Don't
as
do
many
that.
dice,
Yeah.
and then add your modifier. And then add your modifier twice.
I don't have a modifier on this gun.
Okay, so just roll.
Just roll many dice.
So I roll
many
6
dice.
D3.
D4.
D4, sorry. So that's 6, and then followed by
6.
So 12 damage altogether.
Okay. Right.
Plus. Oh no, you might not. No,
I've
plus.
got a gun, so no modifier.
As she's swinging her gun round, her momentum kind of picks her up to her feet, and you step in and lace her. Unfortunately, you spend more bullets, but I think that's fair for a critical. And your bullets lift her out of the chair,
Click.
and she pinned into the corner of the room, her arms flailing as her body is kind of the special effects guys have gone crazy with this one.
This is big budget, mate.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, my gun clicks. I'm out
Okay.
of bullets.
And she is
I have to
dead.
change my mag, which I do now because she's dead.
As she drops dead, you hear a boom in the other room. You have just been hit by a flashbang.
Flash.
Really? Really?
That's quite appropriate, isn't
You
it?
do like a flashback.
Always me.
Yeah.
Right.
I am wearing a helmet.
Were you leaping between two crates?
Well, there are
Weapons.
2 crates. There's one crate and then there's another one heading. Yeah.
Flash.
Okay, here we go. Let's see.
So it had like a booby trap.
Flashbang.
It'll bang
Each creature
some
within
characters.
20 feet of a flashbang,
Which
when it
is big.
explodes, must make a DC 15 Fortitude saving throw.
Plus your con modifier.
15.
Hey!
Hey!
Or be blinded and deafened for 6 seconds.
Whoop. Well, that could have
Oh,
worked anyway.
or take full damage, taking half on a good save.
Half of.
Oh, 1d6 psychic damage.
Oh, wow.
3.
Take 3 wounds.
Okay.
You didn't like that, did you?
No, it's more that's yeah.
That's not how you do.
Yep, that's fine. No, because that's half of a D6, which is fine. It's not a D3.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
That's different.
You roll a d6 and then you half it, not your d3.
Yeah.
But it is my d3.
So then, inexplicably, having just
Yeah, you're like,
Right.
ah! And then,
no, Bug's just going to come in and just feedback screech you and set you on fire.
I
No!
will turn around and the noise like "Diddle-it,"
This is Metal Gear Solid stick.
yeah.
yeah.
and then rush into the other room.
Okay. So, in the other room, Crash is going, whoa, not like
It's fine,
blinded,
because
but just,
I've
you're
got
just
whatever
like,
the thing. Like, because was
it's
it?
a
Was
fake gun.
It? Aww.
Oh,
But it's mine.
You sadist.
It's not, this is the game. This is the adventure in the back.
It's alright. It's all Rob's
Spoilers.
fault.
Quick medical
Rob's
scan will reveal that they are injured.
Hang on, let me just check it is actually a fake gun and I'm not just being harsh. The shotgun atop the weapons crate is actually a fake that is attached to a small metal wire which is in turn attached to a flashbang.
That's fine.
Surviving the trap is not easy. Divide 200 experience evenly among the cyberpunks if they survive or disarm the trapped crate. Have 200 experience.
Hey.
I think that's kind of everyone. That's
200 each or
So no,
between
50
us?
each.
50 each. Oh, it's actually got the stats down here.
Are we going to have
Oh,
an
hang on.
opportunity to use XP?
This one is a Mark II flashbang.
Oh,
So it's actually more damage.
Does more damage.
does it make it more difficult or just
So you
more
take
damage?
another point of damage.
Ow.
No, more damage.
Okay.
It's 2d6 psychic damage on this one.
that
So yeah,
for,
this
yeah?
is a room with a few crates in. It's dirty, it's filthy.
And an injured
old-fashioned
Crash.
concrete. Yep, it looks like some kind of...
Crash by name.
It's like a TV, an old TV. It's like a chill-out room.
Okay.
There is another door leading towards the back of the building.
Door.
Okay,
Oh,
you
no.
go...
Push
Please,
the door. Bang.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Please stay still as I administer medical aid.
I used the
As
the
you-
fake shotgun to like push the door open.
At least it came in
Well,
useful for something.
As you approach that door, you hear movement in the room.
I have changed my mind.
Please stay still as I administer medical aid.
I do not stand in front of the door.
You hear something smash, like glass, like a glass vial or some sort of large beaker. You're not there.
I am there,
You're there.
but I'm administering medical aid.
You are
Okay,
administering medical aid.
better
I think you
idea.
might need to administer more in a minute.
So the fake gun
Yep,
on top of the weapons crate.
yep. There's nothing in the weapons crate.
Where's the other one?
They're empty. It looks like one of them may have held an assault rifle before.
I don't know where that went. Mystery.
Oh, you've got an assault rifle now.
Ho ho ho.
Can anyone... now
Can I use it though?
No.
Well, let me check what
Not
it
without.
comes under. No, it's your standard assault rifle. I think it's a standard.
Yeah, no, there are. I think rifles is one of the.
It is. Assault rifle is a group. You can use
With
it,
none
you
of
just
us-
don't have your proficiency bonus.
Oh, right.
You just have your dex
Are there
bonus.
any other
best of
weapons in the
What could go
Are you
wrong?
ready
It
to
can
receive medical
do...
aid kit?
It can do
I'm standing here.
2d8 ballistic damage.
The assault rifle.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Heal.
the same as my shotgun, and I get
8
my bonuses
wounds.
with that. So
Wow.
It's got 30 shots.
Okay, then.
Are there any other weapons in the room?
No, the pistols and fire axes.
I
are
select
standard
a different
gear.
needle
I will
and
put
jam
those
it
in
in.
my backpack.
Probably into
sorry.
your ear, actually, because it's a
You
brain.
can-
Do you want me to put the rifle in there? Or
And then
Yeah,
no,
if
but
you've
to
got a
repair your
backpack,
brain.
yeah.
in the backpack?
I mean,
Don't
they've
worry,
got a lot of
these
work.
will
A lot of stuff
pass
in your
naturally
backpack.
as waste.
I haven't
we
got
can
a
come
huge
back.
amount
We
in
can
there
come
at
back
the
for
Yeah, but
those
they're-
weapons.
Something just broke
Fire
in
axes
there.
are like big things with flamey edges.
Just
and
step
stuff, so.
backwards.
Okay, all right. I'll
So you
put
can
the
fit like
gun-
a
I'll
couple
put
of
the
those in
guns
an assault rifle.
What a
the guns in
description
my
to
backpack.
provide.
With flamey
Big
edges.
things with flamey edges. Visualise that, viewers.
Oh, fuck off. I've been drinking. No, they're large hand weapons.
I'm pretty sure I
and
have one
the
of those in World of
edge of
Warcraft.
the edge of the blade
Like big
is...
axe, it's on fire.
On fire.
Definitely
It's
have
not
one
on
of those.
fire. It's superheated.
It's just hot.
Okay, I'm just going to put
like
the
a
guns in
welder's
my
torch.
backpack.
Sure.
Ooh.
That's
Just the
fine.
guns.
Yeah.
I have healed Crash with nanobots into the ear.
He stabbed me.
Is that a quick one
needles.
with a bonus action?
No, this is a big one, so it's a bit more intricate medical scan and
Into the ear.
ink
I'm
clicking.
standing very still.
Oh,
insert
into the
nanobot.
ear.
Standing very
dude.
still and not looking.
Are you doing that in the room you're in, or are you coming back to where
No,
these
we were
guys
doing
are
it in the room we were in.
Okay.
And I'm like, something just broke in there.
Please remain
The
calm.
music is still on, and now all the doors are open between yourselves and the two groups. The music is coming into the room you're in, and you
Oh,
now
so
can't...
the door opened between there?
So you came into
or
this
you just
room.
mean through the corridors?
Yeah, through the
Right, okay.
yeah, through the corridors.
Okay,
I'm going to
right.
use a table.
Medical action is now finished.
Just in case someone comes through that door, I'm going to
Thank you for your patience.
overturn it and use it as a
The
barricade.
big door in front of you is a big
cheers.
metal door that's been kind of built in,
Embedded
like a security door built into the wall.
Like a panic room.
Is there
kind
like
of.
Yeah, but like a bit hodgepodge, and like as you can see the welding
is there a
lines and
alright.
stuff.
Is there a way to open it, like a computer panel or something?
That's a very good
Anything
question.
hackable?
Bear with me one moment.
Okay, so I stood still and was careful, and you just stabbed me with healing things. So the next thing I'm going to do is go, fucking blind! Bastards! Just make loads of noise and shout a lot about being blind.
Why are
Why?
you blind? Oh, because of the flashbang.
I'm not,
He's
Oh.
but there's someone in the other room, and I did just get flashbanged, so I'm going to swear and shout and make a lot of noise.
Okay, then I will say, do you require more medical attention?
Shut up and get out of the room.
Okay. Yeah. Hoon it. I've hooned it.
just
Decepticons.
Smart cookie-ish.
Alright.
I think that lift's about due, by
one
the way.
thing that isn't covered in here. But there is a control panel, and you can try to hack it.
Okay, I'm using my hacker's tools because this didn't come up when I did my brain
Sure.
thing.
Yep.
I'm going to connect in and try and
Yeah,
hack
it's
in.
like a dedicated system for this door because it's like an isolated security door.
That's not bad.
She's got Muse
16,
in an
21.
isolated system.
21. Okay.
In fact, can I have one of those hacker gloves?
Yeah, why not? Like Johnny Mnemonic. That
I was
hacker
thinking
glove
like
where you
Hacker
go-
Man from Kung Fury, but sure, why
See,
not?
I know you keep saying hacker
I'm
as
thinking
in
of
like
the
computer
Nintendo
hacker,
Power Glove.
but all I'm
Yeah,
getting
Power
is
Glove,
like, you know, New Zealand kind of...
I love
It's just like, that's not how you hack computers.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
one.
Anybody who's unfamiliar with this is going to have no idea what's
This is
going
your
on.
first time coming to Garblag.
Hi.
Welcome.
If you're unfamiliar with rugby, look up the New Zealand rugby team
Yeah, they're all
If you're
nice.
from New Zealand, we can only apologise.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry for the
for our
poor
terrible
imitation.
interpretation
Yeah.
of
Also, you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
solid rugby team.
Not you.
Yeah, so 21
Okay. 21.
on my
Yes.
hacker
The
glove.
door opens. And inside the room, there are two men. This dark room is lit only by a few dim fluorescent lights of various colours. Within are two slim, heavily tattooed people who seem to be working on a humanoid combat mech covered in Washington Street Boys insignia.
Dude.
So they are working on it, but the door opens behind them and they turn around.
Shoot.
Initiative. And you were shouting, "Oh, I'm blind, oh, I'm blind,
Yep,
oh, I'm blind."
yep.
The door in front of you opens. So we'll have initiative on that side as well.
20.
20.
Wasn't a natural, it was
10.
an 18.
4 for the Warriors.
10.
4.
Whoa! Whoa! It's either all or nothing with Crash.
Yep.
Warriors and Crash.
1.
Oh,
20.
4.
Maybe you are blind.
20.
20.
10.
10.
10.
10.
Well, I did make a point of not standing in front of
Effie
the
and
door.
Reeves, you guys like
Which
to
was
go
a
at the same
natural 20.
time.
We do.
No, it was an 18.
Oh, plus your bonus.
That's one
And
bonus.
Jeff.
What's your bonus?
Yeah, Effie and Reeves like to go together. Okay, so that's quite appropriate because you open the door and they kind of turn around, and this combat mech is kind of standing, like parts of his body have slumped down, but it's kind of got an off kind of standing position, and it's there kind of, and they're kind of got some panels open, and there's maybe some welding and a little bit of hacking going on. They seem to be doing something to it. This is clearly a robot used by Jackie Chow's gang that they've taken. But it looks like it's an old San Francisco Police Department mech, which you would all recognise.
Alright, so I had access to the lighting in the room, so I am going to step to the side and turn the lights up in that room really bright. Because their eyes are used to dim light. We've only just entered it. So they're going to go, "Ah."
Okay,
I
cool.
hope.
Okay,
That's the plan.
yeah.
Flashbang! How do you like it, bitches?
17.
Okay. You turn the light up,
Max, basically.
Max. Now they're going to make a fortitude save to see if they... let me get there. There, things.
Outside the box and all that.
Yeah. Okay, what did you roll on yours?
I threw a plant pot at someone's head the other week. So.
Yeah.
17 after modifiers.
Okay, yeah, they are dazzled. They will have disadvantage on their next action that requires sight.
Eee.
And I called you an aggressive horticulturalist because of it.
You did call me an aggressive horticulturalist.
That's a great title.
Okay, so
I'd
Jeff
like that on my
has
headstone.
the lights have come on in that room. Now, Reeves, you were in the room with Jeff.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can see him jump to the side of the door. He's just hacked it, opened it, jumped to the side, and then the lights come on in there quite bright. You weren't quite in a position to see what was going on in there. In the other room, the two of you standing there. Effie, you've just healed Crash, and you're going, "Oh no, I'm blind,
So
I'm blind."
I told him to get out,
Which
and
I was in the middle of doing.
and then made sure that while I was hamming it up, I
You're
was
behind a crate.
not standing in front of
You're
it.
being
was-
half cover.
I was just
so you get
leaving.
+2 to your armor class.
Cool.
So I was just stepping out the door to go back in.
Okay, so you're just out the door. The doorway opens, and some dudes are coming out through the door, and you can see in the background various chemical equipment, maybe where they're making their latest drugs,
Concoctions.
narcotics, indeed. And yes, so that was Jeff. So we have Effie and Reeves. What are the two of you doing?
We're not in this.
We're
No,
not
you're
in
in
the same
different rooms.
combat.
What was your?
But we're doing it all at the same time.
We
You're
both
at the same time.
So we're going at the same
Oh,
time,
right.
but in
Like
two
a split
different
screen,
columns.
and we've got
So
like
I'll
action
it's
on
like,
both sides.
nice!
I'll just turn around and
And the split screen
Pop a cap.
changes, so it overlaps and moves.
I'll turn around and pop a cap in their
The guy coming through the door.
gluteus maximi.
Okay.
Ooh, not amazing. A good old classic 10.
That's a miss, I'm afraid.
Oh dear.
The coming through the door person has got +2 to his armor class because he's also in half cover.
Cool.
Okay.
But then I will use my
So-
movement to step backwards.
Okay.
I've got watchful eye, which means I'm exempt from disadvantage due to perception and tracking and things based on vision. So while the guys in the room are disorientated by the bright lights, I won't be.
Yep.
So
Plus,
I'm
we've
gonna.
only just entered a dim lit situation anyway.
Sure.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So I'm gonna, while they're disorientated, I'm gonna take advantage and
So you're going to move up and
shoot. Yeah.
Shoot her.
Cool, go for it. They're kind of standing there like, whoa, going for their weapons because they're armed, but...
So, oh shit, well, 1. That's a critical fail.
Clink.
Your gun's jammed again.
These rental shotguns are not good.
Yeah.
Look, I told you not to go to Glockbuster.
Oh!
Oh, that was so good.
Boom.
And that's the title of the episode.
I like it. Yeah.
Never rent from
Okay,
Blockbuster.
so unfortunately your gun jams.
Yeah.
Click.
Yeah. So, next it's their go. And Crash.
Woo!
So, Crash,
Yep.
the guy's going to shoot at you, and you're going to shoot at him.
Mm-hmm.
We're both in half cover.
Yep.
Let's go. Crash, ready.
You will go on my first whistle.
Yeah. Right, here we go.
I just got what you were doing.
Yeah, I did a Gladiators reference, sorry. We're in the 80s, remember?
Yeah.
Well, that's 90s, so.
Blue Monday's playing in the background.
What?
That's an 80s song.
Right,
Okay.
I've rolled. You want to know what I've rolled? 22 to hit you.
Excellent.
That's a miss.
So,
Dun, 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 dun.
Might
Stuff's
believe
going
it.
on.
You'll never know.
I was going to ask, at what point during my turn
Yeah.
can I use cunning action?
Oh,
Oh.
what does it
Because
do?
I'm a scoundrel.
Okay.
I have a bonus action of dash or disengage or hide once per turn in combat.
So you can do that on your turn.
Yep.
What's your dexterity score?
My
Dexterity
dex
modifier.
is +2.
Oh, right, so you will actually go before him. So I'm going to retain that roll, but if you get out of sight, he's not going to be able to shoot you.
Cool. So I'm kind of ducked down.
Mm-hmm.
He's come through the door.
He's like...
Oh,
I mean,
so he's
he's
in
like-
the door, like
yeah,
shooting
yeah.
around the corner.
because
Okay.
he's getting a bit of cover.
So
You
can
could dash
I,
out the door
can
that
I-
Effie's just gone through.
Nah, I think Crash would be more likely to like shoot him and then just duck and giggle.
Okay.
He's
Do
probably, she's not gonna, she knows that he's not far away and the others are just around the corner and, gunfire, right? Everyone runs towards that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you'd heard some, but you heard a click.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm actually going to try and shoot someone
Cool.
with
Okay.
my new guns that I've found
Go for it.
on the floor.
So he will hit you
Okay.
in that case.
Mm-hmm.
So roll to hit. +4.
17?
That's a hit.
And then 2d4. You want some d4s?
Sure.
Nice.
What did you get?
6.
6.
I'm guessing that I can't, like, sneak attack him because he kind of knew I was there, so.
Yeah.
Good job there.
Do you
Because I
get
was
sneak
shouting.
attack?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Totally not a rogue.
Totally not. Okay.
Scoundrel.
Or scum.
He hit
No.
you with a
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah, he's going to shoot me.
So he's going to roll
It's
some
gonna sting.
damage.
Well, no, you're no, you rolled 22, didn't
Sorry,
you?
Yeah,
it's only a
Three points of damage.
Okay, cool.
Not a very
not
good
a
roll.
combat shotgun.
Good thing I healed you full, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys in the other room now hear in the other chamber.
Oh, I'm probably a woo!
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, she's alright.
And you're now in full cover because
Right.
you're ducked down
Cool.
behind the crate. Whoop. Okay, right. So back round to the beginning, and we have in one room we have Jeff and Reeves facing off against two guys playing with the mech. Effie's in the corridor in between the two rooms, and in the right-hand room, Crash is there hiding behind a box, having fun shooting at a guy in a doorway. So Jeff, what do you want to do?
Average Tuesday night.
Kind of lean round the corner of the door and
Okay, cool. Go for it.
17. Yeah, that should do it, I hope.
Oh, I
20.
forgot the Warriors in the other room, didn't I?
You did.
Yes.
Can I
Sorry.
keep that roll?
You can keep the roll. That's fine. But both of those
Unless they
guys
kill
are
you,
going to
won't they?
have a shot at you.
It's just like, pause.
Yeah,
But they've got
Safe.
disadvantage,
because
remember, because
otherwise I
they're
would
like...
have rolled a 2.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a 17,
Okay, so that's a 9 to hit you. What's your armor class?
not 9.
13.
Okay, missed. And that's another 9 to
Nice.
No.
They
So
call it a
they're like
9.
Keep hold of them dice.
they pull their guns out and they're like
I know, it's because they had disadvantage because I went light.
it's just for the first round.
So,
Right,
damn
so,
your
Jeff, what did you do?
So it was so I kind of lean around the corner, so
Yeah.
I'm mostly covered by the door, and
Okay, what did you roll?
I got a 17.
That's a hit.
For 21.
some damage.
7 damage.
Okay. One of the guys like takes several rounds in the chest and he's like, ah! There's like blood coming out of him, but he's like, you're gonna fucking die! Ah! Pulls his gun up. Effie and Reeves, what are you guys up to? You're next.
I'll lean round the door and shoot the shooter.
Okay, cool.
I got a 18 to hit.
That's a hit, even with his half cover.
That'll do, pig.
Yep.
Do. A good solid 6.
Okay.
A fine 6.
You put a bullet through his hand
Ooh.
and drops his gun and collapses to the floor, blood pouring out of his hand, and just his other wounds sort of overload him, and he drops onto his face
Oh no.
into a puddle of blood.
Nice shot.
Reeves.
Can I unjam my shotgun and fire it in the same turn?
Probably
No.
Okay,
But you could swing out the assault rifle and give him a daka.
Or just
I
smack
haven't got
him.
it. He's got.
Oh,
you
you've got
just-
it. Okay.
Pray and pray.
You could just beat him with the...
Well, I was just going to say, how far away is he?
You can move up to him and hit him.
I was going to move up to him and hit him in the face with
The
the
one
butt
that
of the
he
shotgun.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Pistol whip him.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
I'm just going to... Because these guys were sitting down
So this-
working on the thing, weren't
Okay, yeah. So this will be, unfortunately,
I've got melee.
It's a strength-based attack. So it's a D20. However, it's not his round again yet. So you get advantage because he's dazzled,
they? Oh, right.
dazed, whatever the condition is. So you get to roll twice and take the higher roll, but I think you've got -1 on your strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a 14.
Okay. So that's a hit.
Okay.
So improvised weapon. Let's have a look, see if they've got improvised weapon.
Just a shotgun.
That can be one.
I think it's going to be 1d4, like a baton or
Oh,
something.
1d4 plus strength.
Yeah, 1d4 plus
Weapons
strength.
is 77.
1d4
Yeah,
plus strength.
I remembered that.
So I have to subtract 1 from it still.
Because you're weak.
1.
Well,
It's still a point of damage.
it's enough. The bullets, the wounds on his body are so
I just
severe.
poked him in.
You just stick the butt of your shotgun into the wound in his chest,
Push it
and it
over.
goes, and you just go, "Nyah," and you nudge him backwards, and he falls.
It's like I shoot him again with the same bullet.
Yeah, he hits the rope, the mech behind him,
Yeah.
and he's just like, and blood. One single hose of blood comes out.
Did a
hitting
bit of the
you-
mech.
hitting you in the cheek, like,
Insanity
and then he
point.
like drops to the floor.
Sanity point, yes.
Insanity point. You wish.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So he's dead.
Oh, did I take him out? Just
Took him
by
out.
hitting him with
You'd already laced him.
So that single thing, was he like impaled on something else, or was that
No,
just
no, he'd been shot.
that was from being shot?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
He
Okay.
was hanging on in there, and you just tipped.
That was the
Yeah. You
Literally.
just went.
It was. I literally
Just
just
went poke.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, he's down.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Okay, so next is Crash and the Warriors. So Crash, you go first.
Crash and the Warriors. It should be the spin-off.
Oh, I'm fine with
That's
this.
a band.
Well, the one in our room's dead, isn't he?
You are aware
There's another
there
one
are
in the
other
other
people
room.
in the room
There's more
beyond.
movement in there.
Yeah. They seem to be like, you can hear people like shuffling things and like packing, like maybe someone stuffing things in crates really quickly or hiding stuff really quickly.
Okay, on the one hand, if they are cooking things in there, that's going to be worth monies. On the other hand, it's probably quite flammable.
Maybe.
Yeah.
How many people does it sound like? Like, does it sound like... I guess I wouldn't really be able to tell, because if there's people packing up stuff, it doesn't mean that there's not someone stood there just watching the door, so...
You don't know.
You can't rely on the amount
Make
of noise coming
a
from
perception roll.
Well, no, I know you can't rely on the sounds that you can hear to judge what's going on in the room next door. Making a perception check. Oh, I might have actually passed that one, which is better than all my 2s for the rest of the evening. Perception is some numbers. 17.
You think you can hear 2 people frantically. It's like 2 sources of noise.
Mind you, he was probably the one that was watching the door.
He probably was.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Can I?
You can use your bonus action dash to go into
across,
the room.
Yeah, well, dash or just across the doorway to kind of get a quick peek in and then get behind.
Are you just going to do a slide?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you dash to the other. So basically, from one side of the door to the other, across the door, and you get a look
and
across
get a sneak
as you
in
go.
there, yeah.
Okay, as you go across, you can see 2 people frantically putting bags of crush into crates.
I mean, what?
And the graffiti completely covers. Oh no, sorry, wrong one.
It will.
Wrong one. Here we go. Where are we? No, that's There's 3 people in the room. Strong smell of chemicals stings the eyes.
Okay, so
and
I'll
nose.
just
A single door on the right-hand wall is covered in
Single
random
sexy
spray
door.
paint.
round the doorway. Is that's not the door that I'm at? That's a different door.
No, further in the room you can see another
So they've
door.
got an escape route.
You're not sure if that goes out. You can see the fire escape on the back wall.
I'm gonna shoot at least one of them, hopefully.
Okay.
But I want to shoot them
Cleverly.
yeah. I want to
Stealth attack.
shoot them in the I want to disable them rather than kill them.
Well, there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
So you only need 1.
Says the doctor.
My logic is undeniable.
Okay, cool.
You can sneak attack one of them.
The one that's not currently holding things that they're going to drop and break.
Yeah, okay.
That is the one that I'm
There's
gonna...
one who's just put something down
Yeah, that one.
and has turned around, and you can see the.
How far away are they?
It's Let's have a look at the room.
Mind you, I have kind of already moved, but that was
far.
a bonus action.
It's not far. It's like 10, 15 feet.
So shoot.
Because I have got melee weapons.
But your sneak attack. What does it do? Plus 1d6 damage.
So, it does plus 1d6 if you have advantage on an attack roll.
Which you will, because they're unaware of you.
Finesse or ranged weapon.
Yeah.
You don't need advantage if the target's outnumbered, which they won't be at this point.
No, but you will have advantage.
And damage increases per level, which level 1.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's go for it. That guy.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
Nice.
I'm rolling some dice. I'm rolling a 4. Did you say I had advantage?
You do have advantage.
Excellent. I'm rolling an 8, so it's better.
Plus
12 in total.
12. That's a hit.
Woo! Okay.
So you shoot one in the back.
Like a hero.
And
Yeah.
2
Like a
D4 plus a
Roger.
D6.
I approve.
And a d6.
Yeah.
It's only a shame he's not on the job.
10.
Now he's getting it.
10 points of damage.
10 points
Okay,
of
so what weapon do you have?
What?
21st century pistol.
Whatever that pistol was
Okay,
that I
right.
picked
So you
up.
lower the gun and you're like, and there's a resounding hammer hit, and the bullet enters his back through the spine
Oh.
and out the front. Half of his organs spray across the wall
man,
in
what a
front of him,
waste.
Oh, yum.
contaminating one batch of crush.
Oh.
What a job.
In my professional opinion, he fucked.
And he just then goes, and there's like a meaty, sloppy noise as he slides to the floor.
And the
he's
other
dead.
one.
However, what you realise is there was a 4th person in this room who then steps out from position to shoot at you.
Cool.
You have half cover,
Okay.
but this person is going to shoot at you. So let's have that one. What's your arm class?
14.
Plus 2 for half cover,
Yep.
so 16. I rolled a 12, and I get... I keep looking at the spider tank. That's the end of the...
I mean-
Alright, so plus 3.
Spider
okay, so
tank.
15. So I missed.
Yeah. Dolphin.
Good old spider tank.
Yeah. You don't want to fight a spider tank.
No, I
I
want
want to
though.
drive one.
Armor class 21, 230 hit points.
Can I have one?
Strength modifier +6. Anyway, okay, so he fires and it hits the concrete wall beside your head. And dust comes.
Polystyrene everywhere.
Polystyrene everywhere. Over in the other room, the warrior, the last warrior, is looking up at you guys and turns to you to shoot you. He's no longer dazzled or dazed, so he's not got disadvantage.
The old razzle-dazzle.
Actually, he might get his fire axe out because you're in close. You're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to get fire axe out and go close combat.
Okay.
So it's shotgun versus fire axe. And he
Who
swings
will
it.
win? You decide.
Critical
You rolled fail, didn't you?
What did he roll?
So he pulls his fire axe out, whoa, and it flies across the room, out of the loop on his belt. He presses the button to activate it, and it flies across the room, and it like sticks into the wall where his blade is like, and he's like, ah! And he looks at you like, please don't kill me.
Oh dear.
And we should go back to the beginning of the round, and it is Jeff.
Who shoots him?
Okay.
Jeff's gonna walk over.
No, I'm not walking anywhere.
He doesn't need to move.
I'm going to point my gun at him and shoot him in the face. That's a hit. Dude's gone.
3, 6, 10.
He's gone. He looks over and he goes, "Bleh." And he flies
we'll
backwards
never know what he was
out
gonna
the
say.
fire escape and over the banister and
Can you not?
Every time I shoot one, doesn't matter the angle.
hey,
Welcome to the
These
80s.
ones are in a different street.
yeah, come on.
The window
It's an
wasn't,
action movie.
The window wasn't there before.
It's an
just
80s
poorly
action
edited.
movie.
Please, say a one-liner.
Nice trip.
Good, like it. Okay, so that one's dead. There's now this mech standing in the room. Right, Effie and Reeves. Reeves, you're there. You heard gunshots in the other room.
Yeah.
yeah, whatever.
I'm giggling.
And there's this mech in front of you, and a very pleased-looking Jeff.
Who's just
That's
said,
terrifying. That was an experience.
Slightly freaking you out.
Yeah, mech or scary Jeff. The mech's not going anywhere, so I'm gonna go and
You're going to go and help.
yeah.
Okay, so you go into the other room, past where Effie is, and you can see Crash against a doorway, like and like dust is just like settling around her from where someone shot near her. She's looking into a room where they're manufacturing drugs
Okay.
or doing the last, like maybe the packaging up or. The last distilling or
Marketing.
Marketing. It's an apprentice challenge.
The accounting.
Yeah.
These
You
are
do the
the size
video
of the drug
billboard,
deals you don't see.
and we'll do the marketing. Yeah,
Size of the drug
would
train you
never
never see.
happen like this in the real. Anyway,
Have I used? How much of my action have I moved by?
you've done
moving
all.
into the room.
You could move further or
you
shoot one of them two. But
Well,
that's about it.
you need to
One of
unjam your
them?
shotgun.
Yeah, but that's in. You can't see anyone else.
Oh, I see.
Could you unjam your shotgun?
You could unjam.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, you do that.
You don't need to roll for that.
No.
It's just done.
I'm not a complete douche.
What?
You like, and it pops out.
Cool.
And
Did I
then,
manage to
and then you
unjam my
unjam your
shotgun?
shotgun.
I love it. Yes.
Right.
Blockbuster firearms.
Okay, and Effie, what are you up to?
I'll run to the opposite side of the door to
Okay.
Crash.
And healing dart.
Yeah, I'll say you require medical attention. And shoot her with a healing dart. Heal 2 wounds. That's a
It's
bonus.
very handy. That's a bonus action.
Bonus
so you're going to
action.
move and a bonus
And
action.
then I lean around the door and shoot the guy with the gun.
Okay, cool. Very handy,
That
this
is
dart.
very handy.
So,
What did you roll?
4. So 8.
Okay, you missed. Yeah. Okay, next it's Crash and the Warriors, the new band. Okay, Crash, you get to go first because you've got higher dex.
Reeves, get your ass in here! Bang!
Okay, go for it.
At the guy that just shot me.
Yes.
I miss. I hit something on the table. Smash! Glass
Okay.
shatters.
Yeah, a puff of powder.
Yep.
Some blue crystals fly across the room. Okay, and he's going to shoot back at you.
Yep.
I rolled a 4. So no.
More door frame.
He's moved to behind a table. He's not flipped it over because there's loads of stuff on it.
Yep.
But he kind of carefully moves a bit aside and then starts shooting. He goes,
Hang on a minute.
And as he was doing that, and I shoot him and miss, so one of the things that he was moving
explodes. He's like,
Stop eating our merchant.
yeah. We're about to get shot, so it's
not in the profits.
Okay. The other person who's packaging stuff up has got like a big plastic container, like a crate.
Yep.
With a little flip lid with little buckles on it. Stuffed it full of stuff and is moving towards the fire escape.
I am just imagining like a Games Workshop army case.
It's pretty much like that. It's pretty much like that.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, once we get the mech fired up, we'll just get it to carry it all out.
Next, back round to Jeff. Jeff, you're standing there, and there is a SFPD mech, combat mech, standing in front of you.
I am gonna hack it.
With your hacking tools or with something else?
Hacking tools.
Hack it with your very.
I'm going to whip out my hacking tools and plug in.
When you do it, can you say "booyah"?
As you step up, you can see that this mech is severely damaged.
Oh.
You can repair mechs.
I can.
Excellent.
Pete just goes,
I'm just reading the rules. No, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay. No, you can try and boot it up, but it's quite damaged.
I basically want to see if I can make sure that its computer systems are working
Fully
in a means that
operational.
won't kill us, and will make it do basically what we tell it to.
It's a suit, isn't it? You climb
No.
it?
No,
No.
It's a
Basically, I'm
humanoid
trying to make sure that
mech.
we can tell it to do what.
Because you're not sure what they've been doing to it.
Yeah, I know. I'm going
So
to
it
try
might-
and basically check it over. I'm basically doing like a system diagnostic.
Okay, let's have a system diagnostic.
Computing or hacking? Doesn't make any difference.
I think it's just
suppose.
computing because you're not actually hacking anything. Natural 1.
No, other way
Natural
round.
20. Okay, you can see that the Wanche street rats have just programmed the mech to attack anyone not in the gang, and they've uploaded biometrics.
Anyone not in their own gang?
Yeah,
Smash it
Can I undo that?
that will be a hacking roll, and that will be next round. Okay.
Well, luckily, if I had turned it on, it wouldn't have attacked me.
No,
No, biometrics.
biometrics.
Oh. Nuts.
Yeah.
Let's
So-
try though.
Yeah. Effie
I
and Reeves. Because they know people can have holographic clothing. Effie and Reeves, what are you guys up to?
Well, Reeves, do you want to have a shot?
Yeah, with my newly unjammed Glockbuster.
Well, from where you're standing,
Shit pipe.
right, you've got a sawn-off shotgun. Let's think about this for a minute. Got a sawn-off shotgun. You're standing in
and
a
all those
room.
glass files.
You're going to point it through the doorway where two of your friends are standing either side of.
Oh, so
You might want to move
run
into the room first.
Yeah, and I'm just going to say to them, move, and I'm just going to aim at all the glasswork.
Okay.
With the guy stood there.
So there's a guy. There's actually in the room. There's a guy to the right who's shooting that you can't see from where you are. But there's a guy with a case who's going towards
Probably
the fire
guess where
escape.
he is though.
that
'cause
you
I'm
could
pointing at him.
you could plug if they just kind of lean back. You could be like,
I'll go for the guy running with the case. I want that case.
okay, right,
Plug him.
go for it. You get advantage because he's unaware of your.
That's handy.
What did you roll?
Nothing.
He rolled a 1.
Or a 17. So 21.
Okay, you hit him
21.
square between the shoulder blades. Roll damage.
Shoot him to
Oh, what
death.
does it do?
Well, you got to roll
2d8.
damage.
5.
Okay. And he
gonna
grunts, bumps into one of the doors that slid open onto the fire escape. Bumps into one of them, but carries on going, and like severely hurt. In fact, he's going to have to make a reflex save to keep a hold of the crate. 19 passes, so manages to keep a hold of it as he bumps into the doorway.
This is going to slow him down a bit, though.
But you've hurt him. You've hurt him.
I'm going to shoot the guy I was shooting at, the one with the gun.
Okay.
I hit this time, 17 plus
Okay.
4.
Cool.
So some damage with extra damage on top.
With extra damage on top.
Sherry.
Because it's Christmas.
Come on.
Oh, sorry, Holly.
Big boy, roll! 7.
Oh, tasty hit.
More than 6.
What weapon do you have?
SMG.
Oh, so you spray across the table, and glass is smashing. There's now powder filling the air, and a couple of the bullets like clip him, and he's like, ah, serious pain.
Wow, that guy's tough.
He's
He's
So I
on
hope
speed,
you can
basically.
shoot
isn't
him in
he?
the face.
right. So next, it's the Warriors and Crash. So Crash.
Crash Team Racing.
I'm going to be really awkward for a change.
I am shocked.
Must be a Thursday.
This is my shock
He's
face.
pretty much done. That's getting away.
Mhm.
I want to dash and try and grab the case off of random person.
You want to check the grapple rules, do you?
I don't want to.
That's probably a strength.
It's an
check.
opposed strength roll.
Or you could just run and
Optimism.
chop off his
Shoot.
legs.
Well, either that or just
You could just kill him.
Shoot him
Mm.
in the back.
Yeah, but I
like
don't want
a hero.
But I have watched at least 2 things that I want fall out of windows.
No, you've got the katana though.
He's
So-
on the fire
He's
escape.
on the fire escape, so if
He's
I
about to
shoot
try
him
and
and he
get
falls,
down the ladder.
I will lose the
Chop
stuff.
his legs off. You've got a katana.
I do have a sword and a knife, but I'm still holding a gun, but I want the case, so I'm going to dash and try and grab the case. That's what I'm going to
Okay,
do.
let's make an opposed strength roll.
It's going to go.
I believe.
I'm going to roll this in front of you guys.
Does he have
Well-
disadvantage because he's running away?
5
12
So you
plus something.
plus 1, 6.
13.
You win. So you run
Yoink.
over, and he's kind of like bumped into the thing, and he's getting over towards the ladder, and you dash, like slide across the tables, like
Oh, nice.
just like barely disturbing the powder as it's settling on.
Yeah,
And you land on the other side, do a roll, and as he kind of turns to like move through the doorway, you just go boom away from him, and he like he's kind of off balance, stumbles out onto the fire.
Haven't
escape.
Does he then stumble
Haven't-
over the edge and fall down onto this increasing pile of bodies?
That's down
Not
to him.
quite.
That's down to him.
Until
if he just
you
wants
shoot
to
him
leave
in the
now,
face.
that's fine.
Well,
But
it's
Okay. So
13.
next it's the Warriors go. So this guy who's like looking at you shoot at him, like stares in amazement as you slide across the thing. He's like,
That was such a cool manoeuvre.
and you're now on his open flank, so he's like, oh shit, and turns around to shoot at you.
I mean, that's fair.
Do.
And, yep.
And that's a hit.
I find it.
21.
Ouch.
Yeah. And they are doing 2d4 ballistic damage.
Ouch.
3 points of damage. I'm using
score,
the
guys.
very fine Thornless
As long as I
Rose,
keep healing you.
rolling tray, by the way, just to talk about friends of the channel. And as you heard earlier on,
Yeah.
Bjørn Felle has got an album out.
Yeah, man.
And did the music for this video.
Indeed. Well, yeah,
The intro.
the intro music.
Yeah.
Can I give a shout out as well?
No. Yeah, go on.
Hanging Bandits, check them out.
Hanging Bandits.
Yeah.
Cool.
They've got an album coming out.
I think
later
there should
in
be
the
a
year. They've got
gang.
couple of...
You know.
Yeah. Oh, good shout.
Can we have an NPC gang called the Hanging Bandits?
Yeah.
Seriously.
And the Bjørn Fellas.
Yeah.
They're like a Norwegian.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, so
Well, that name
was...
literally translates to bear trap. So if
Yeah,
you want
yeah.
to factor that into their weaponry somehow.
They all hold big bear traps. It's like
and just throw them at people.
Yeah.
Like
On
ogres.
chains.
Like ogres. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, slight
So
diversion.
he shot me.
He shot you.
But I've still got the case.
Now you got the case.
Yep.
The other guy
He's gonna just
looks
run
at
for
you
it. Go on, just run.
and runs for it.
Just run.
He does the slide down the ladder thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
I didn't push him. He's fine to go.
But then he slips and
Walk
dies.
over.
Okay, so we go back around to the beginning, and it's Jeff.
I'm going to start trying to hack to fix the programming because I've seen what they've done.
In your mind,
my hacking.
it triggers that maybe it might be easier to invert it
I've seen
than to
films.
undo it.
Turn it
Have
against them.
Only target them.
All right.
Do that then.
Inverting it is DC 15. Undoing it completely is DC 20.
Do I get any kind of advantage for getting a natural 20 on identifying what was wrong?
You did get a natural 20, didn't you? Well, that's probably you figuring out that it's easier to invert it rather than
Oh.
to undo it.
Yeah, that's basically changing
And you can have advantage
an
on the
equal to
roll.
a not equal,
I don't
isn't
need
it?
it.
It's
in
easier
the
to-
program.
I'm going for the hard one, and I rolled a 19, so 24.
Okay, so you just undo the programming.
I'm literally just going to undo it.
Okay.
And like I said, I want to make sure it will do what I tell it.
Okay. So you want to leave it with the idea that you're in charge of it.
Yeah, basically until I get it with
Okay.
the ability to undo it, so I can basically get it to go back to
Okay, it powers up.
You want it to be your
the
pet.
boss.
don't you?
It powers up.
No. I'm going to take it back to the
And it
boss.
says, Jeff, what do you desire of me?
How badly damaged is it? I mean, are we likely to break it by walking it back?
No,
Walk
it
it
looks
off.
like a few of its armour plates have been, like, someone's mugged it to grab it and bring it here.
Are the armour plates lying around?
No, they're kind of like dented or hacked kind of thing. Not like
Send it back to Johnny
massive
Chow.
bits come off.
Yeah.
Jackie Chow's probably
Jackie Chow's.
got the people to...
I'm assuming these things are freaking dangerous.
Oh, hell yeah.
They are more dangerous than you.
Cool. Eliminate remaining members of the gang.
Says the Wanchai Street Rats or the Washington Street Brothers.
The Wanchai Street Rats.
Affirmative. And it
Until
goes-
I recall you.
And it's like eyes turn red.
Nice.
And it goes... and
Jumps
it
off
like
the
walks
building.
off the...
Yeah, there's one down there.
Wrapped in plastic.
No, and it turns and
Until
walks
I-
out the
I was gonna say
corridor,
until I
and you
recall.
hear the elevator ding.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm waiting for it. Ding!
And
then
the
doors, and then
robot, the mech, walks round the corner to that corridor, and you hear like Robocop kind of guns.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
going off.
awesome.
We're not taking the lift back down.
Freeze, dirtbag.
Yeah.
We're taking the stairs. Seriously.
Better alive, you're coming with me. Okay, so back in the Effie and Reeves.
You have 5 seconds to comply.
Yeah.
Who's left now? Just
the one guy with the
dude?
gun.
Well,
guy
yeah,
that
there's
just
one
shot
guy
me.
who just shot. I keep wanting to say Galva.
Crash.
So I keep wanting to say
shot Crash.
So I couldn't see that person, but my attention is going to be drawn by the shot that came across.
You could step into the room and shoot him if you wanted to.
But I didn't know that person was there at that point. Cause
No,
I
but you
wasn't-
could
I was
see Crash.
firing it.
You can see Crash.
I could see what you would do. Yeah.
You saw Crash jump over the table, and someone from the side shot her. So you know there's someone.
So that's
over there.
exactly. So that shot's
Yeah.
going to draw my attention. So I'm just going to turn and
Shoot
aim
that
and
person.
fire at that
Okay.
person. Yeah.
Go for it.
12.
That's a hit.
6 damage.
Okay. There is a loud report of a shotgun firing,
Yay!
and like everyone's like, "Ugh!" And you look across, and his head is vaporized,
Hey, nice.
a la scanners.
Yeah.
And it's just like the body just like boom onto the floor.
Excellent.
And at that point, you guys then hear the shots in the corridor from the mech, taking out the guys in the elevator.
At which point I go, oh shit, because I don't necessarily know that's ours.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we don't know that yet, do we?
So
I know
let's
there was one,
choose it.
because you said there was one,
Yes.
Yeah.
and I'll recognise that noise
I mean,
as well.
it's hard to know how you would respond to the sound of a mech opening fire.
You'd
with
probably duck behind something.
And that's why you wore the brown pants.
Exactly. I reckon we're following that geezer down the fire escape if we think that there's a mech on the loose.
I've got this case.
You saw the mech, and you know that Jeff was about to try and hack it.
But I don't know.
If I was successful, to
He
be
was
fair, it could be
salivating.
shooting
It could-
me.
Yeah, it could be. Anyway, so that was your go. Effie, what are you doing? You can hear the...
You require medical attention.
You think?
I think I've hit 1, 2, 3 times. So this is my last dart. So if anyone else gets killed,
You got 5, didn't you?
yeah, I've used 5.
You used the special one, not the fast one.
So I have
on
2
one
left.
of the times.
So this is my second to last one.
I can also heal people.
Bang! 1 point.
It's better than nothing.
I mean, I'll take it.
Yep. Beep. The dart hits her and bounces off. And a little bit of the nanos go in.
No.
Yeah.
Stop putting holes in my jacket!
Do you want to move anywhere, or are you fine where you are? You can start evaluating the drugs in the room.
Yeah, let's do a medical evaluation of
Let's
the drugs
start
in the room.
evaluating the drugs in the room.
So yes, I will start.
These drugs seem
taking
fine.
samples.
It's grade A crush,
Ah,
which kind of gets you in a delirious state. You know, tripping and hallucinating.
cool.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do for my turn.
There is another door. in this
Trip and
room.
hallucinate.
Wow!
Are you capable of tripping?
Until you can see the
hallucinate?
barcodes on the back of your eyelids.
Okay, then it is Crash and the Warriors, of which there are none. There's a guy running down the ladder, down the.
What about the
The
ones in
stairs
the
will-
corridor getting butchered
They're
by
dead.
a mech?
They're getting butchered by back.
Wait, is it kind of like Saving Private Ryan, where the ramp drops down
Not
and they all
quite.
just
Not
get shot
quite.
with machine
Not
gun?
quite.
Okay.
It's gone. Do. You hear gunfire back. In fact, so not very good gunfire back. And some swearing in Spanish
Oh, I can speak Spanish.
to the effect of "fuck, it woke up."
Ah.
Oh.
Congratulations, you understood that. Okay, I am not letting go of this case.
Okay.
However,
I speak Spanish. Did I hear that?
Yes, you've
However-
all heard that.
there's a.
Oh, I
there's a
speak
mech-
Spanish.
There's a mech in the corridor,
What am
and
I
I'm
going to
not
do?
leaving here without at least taking a look at it.
Cool.
Okay.
Because toys.
Yeah. So you're gonna go
So
out
I'm
there and
gonna
have a.
carefully try and get
Stealth.
a peek at the robot
Okay.
and see.
You're going to stealth it.
Well-ish.
Well, you've got your free dash and you can move. You're like
Yeah.
sneaky.
Yeah.
You get to the corridor where the.
And if I know it's aiming at the lift and firing at the lift, I at least know it's not.
You can assume it's not targeting us.
Well, it might be just firing at anything that moves, because that is a thing that you can tell them to do.
As you come out, you can see that it is shooting at the last of the Wanchai Street rats who are in the elevator shaft.
Doesn't mean it won't shoot at us next.
You don't know. But that's your go.
Yep, that's cool.
Jeff,
I'm going to walk towards a corridor with a really smug grin on my face
that kind of gives it away to you.
Okay.
and just kind of poke my head round the corner to see what it's doing.
There is a bit of a fight going on between them, and I've given the mech your initiative because you've programmed it to action.
Cool. I'm assuming that'll be my turn.
Yeah. Ooh, a natural 20. Shit, that's good. Right.
For what? The mech? Bye.
Yeah.
You're crumbly.
Boom. Another one down.
Well, another one of them. Another one of the.
Wanchai Street
another
Raiders.
one bites
And
the dust.
the mech says, 0 targets available, Jeff.
That's reassuring. I find that reassuring.
And you all hear that. It's got kind of that weird echo to its voice, like it's hollow. You know, that kind of sound.
Deactivate combat mode.
Affirmative.
Yeah.
I come out and actually give it a good checking out and be like, oh man, what did they do to you?
Chances of mission success now
Give it a bit of
98%.
a, you know,
Were there? Did I see tools or anything in the?
Yeah, they had some gear, you know.
There's tools in
Well,
the.
no, I'm looking at that.
Ah.
Oh, drugs.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, let's,
They programmed it to kill anything that wasn't them.
well, that didn't work, did it?
Well, I'm guessing.
Well, I checked it first.
I'm guessing this is our missing item.
So, this is not subtle.
No. No, it isn't.
Shall we return it to Johnny Cho?
Jackie
Or
Or we
Chow.
could leave it here and
Jackie
tell him
Chow.
to come and get it.
Can I give it
He's
once
asked
over?
you to
I'm just
give
saying.
it once over. It seems largely intact, bit combat damaged, but not.
Okay, so nothing
Compromise.
serious.
Enter guard mode. I'm gonna
Nominate guard recipient.
the street rats.
It's asking you who it wants
No,
to,
no, no,
who to
no, no,
guard.
no, no, no,
Oh.
no, that's the bad guys.
Washington Street Boys.
Prevent hostiles entering this corridor.
Affirmative.
Street rats. Clarify, and then I'm gonna shift my appearance again.
Okay.
So just
You're like
just
Mystique.
normal clothes. No, not my face. Just
But
my
only with
clothes.
fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can always be in the latest fashion.
You're like a really shallow Mystique.
And
Just my clothes.
And I'm
Yeah.
going to go into the room where he was
Okay.
and then just kind of check for stuff that's
Sure.
valuable.
Well, you guys loot the apartment, get
So-
all of the remaining
So tools,
gear.
huh? Yoink.
You get
Tools
some
and
tools,
drugs.
You get some drugs. You get some guns,
Tools and drugs
some
and
fire
mechs.
axes, some gear. You find 2 unconscious guys in a room who are high on crush, who have... One of them has an advanced comm device and a phase shift sword.
Ooh.
And-
the comms.
Jeff walks over and shoots him in the face.
I don't.
Doesn't need to. It's a waste of bullets.
Yeah, he's completely out on crush. You just chuck him out the window.
Throw him over the...
Chuck everyone out the window.
I pat him down for stuff, loot it, and
Yeah.
leave him where he is.
And you guys managed to return the SFPD mech, which is covered in Washington Street Boys insignia and
Tags.
graffiti to Jackie Chow. And you are successful in your mission. Congratulations. Well done.
Yay.
You're all now level 2.
Yay!
Yay! So,
I don't really need a massive case of stuff. But
you can sell it.
he's probably better positioned to fence it. And,
Yes.
here
He
you
might give you
go.
some of the
Pleasure
money.
doing business with you, sir.
Yeah.
Fence it, give us the profits.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll
Cool.
take a cup.
Okay, cool.
Have a cup.
So, that was part 1 of Chow's request. The adventure in the back, because there's Chow's request part 2. And then I think...
Plot twist.
Chow's request part.
No, there isn't. I think you can get that later.
Cool.
Okay, well,
Kind of expands.
let us know if you want us to play part 2 in the comments
Dragon
below.
Turtle actually do loads of like
They do.
story hook stuff and supplementary
expansions.
things for, and they've obviously this is their own setting that they're
Setting,
working
yes.
with, and they've done expansion things for that. But they
Dragon
also do
Drop.
yes
Called Dragon Drop.
the like
Oh, nice
traditional
pun.
D&D supplements and,
Yes.
and missions and stuff as well. So
And there is a supplement for this called Interlinked.
Within cells interlinked.
Within Cells Interlinked. And
Why don't you say that 5 times?
Really fast.
I'm okay. And that's out, coming out. And we are looking to decide what games we play as campaigns in the new year. And this is high on the list. This is very cool. I think we all enjoyed that one.
Yeah, man.
That was a lot of fun.
Really cool.
It's a great setting.
I changed the adventure slightly from what was in the book. Changed a couple of the rooms slightly and did a bit of an lead-in bit as well. So I tried to make it slightly different from what's in the book so that it's not exactly the same as what you guys might experience. But hopefully you enjoyed that. If you are new to Garblag Games because you've come here because we're playing Carbon 2185, thank you for joining us and we hope you like what you've seen. Sometimes we're prattling idiots, but occasionally we do some fun role playing. Sometimes, most of the time.
Be grateful that most of the prattling gets cut out.
And if you're going to go and watch one other video on this channel, go and watch our Mothership video. Anyway,
Both of them, actually.
well, there's 2. Yeah, there's 2. Yeah.
They're both good.
They're both good, and they're both in a similar. They're adjacent to this because they're like in Carbon 2185. There's loads of worlds out there with like aliens and things, but it's all set on Earth. Whereas it's like Blade Runner and Alien. It's
Yeah,
like
exactly,
It's
yeah.
like that twinning.
Yeah. Mothership was very much the aliens.
and they're both kind of one-shot things. So if you don't want to
Exactly.
commit to a whole series
We have
of
whole
stuff,
seasons of things, with 10, 12, 13 episodes.
Or more for
Or
some
more for some of them. If you don't want to commit to that, that's fine. We've got one-shots in there as well, and they're a lot of fun.
and we'll do more.
We will be doing more. We're going to do a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness one-shot in the new year. And our patrons, which we've plugged slightly at the beginning with my
Are they doing characters then?
disembodied voice,
Again.
patrons are going to create the characters for us. I think in a slightly offline or separate one-on-one episode with me.
Cool.
And then I will dish them out on the night to whoever the players are. And that's a lot of fun because you can be like a mutant aardvark doing ninjutsu and stuff like that. So that's cool.
I still want a Banana Man game.
We can do that. You can be a mutant banana. We're also going to have Pathfinder 2nd edition, a short arc, 3 or 4 episodes, I think, in the new year. And I just got the revised core rulebook for Zweihander. And I am doing some work on my Black Road setting right now, which I've done some more content for, and I'm updating that. It's just become a silver bestseller on Drive-Thru-RPG, which is cool. And we'll be expanding on that, and I'll be doing a Zweihander campaign starting fairly soon in the new year as well, because it's a lot of fun and it's brutal. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that, and that, I mean, I've enjoyed reading through the book. I've read the timeline, I've read some of the history, I've read about the corporations. It's all very cool stuff.
There's a bunch of really cool little references. And,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like Tusk, Musk, and all those kind of things. Some of the robotics corporations being very close to, Boston Dynamics and stuff like that. So
is it as blatant as Yelland Bhutani?
It's Houston Dynamics rather than Boston Dynamics. Yelland Bhutani. You like that one?
Yeah.
So if you're new to Carbon 2185 and you haven't seen it before, go and have a look at this. Go and check it out. Dragon Turtle Games. There's a link for you below. If you aren't new to this, but you're new to Garblag Games, please go and check out our other shows. Thank you very much for watching in either case, and we'll see you soon in the new year, because this is the last show for 2019, although there's a Black Crusade as well. And we'll see you in 2020 with more games.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Oh, yeah.